Welcome everyone here to RDFL's match of the round, round 10, Wallan versus Romsey at Greenfields Reserve. We have with us today, we have Wallan captain Michael Maddox. Welcome, mate.
Thank you very much.
This is the first time we've covered you guys for RDFL TV. You usually have your own sort of mob here.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about some of the new players or something that you might have? Or
New players, we've got quite a few. We've had a few that have come up just this year, so we had a huge turnover from last year, so we're all starting to work together. Individuals, a bit hard to pinpoint because we were here for a while, but probably the most noticeable at the moment has been Hayden Gill. When we've had him, he's been up and down with VFL a little bit with his commitments there, but when we've got him, it's a really good sign to have.
Great to hear. Obviously looking to bounce back after the loss to Riddle last week. Today's genuine top four clash against Romsey. You're sitting third, they're sitting fourth, so it must be a big encounter.
Yeah, definitely. I think we hate the term 8-point game, but I think in this situation where it's you win and you're in that top three and with the game clear, or we're back in the pack, so we understand the necessity to get the win here today.
Hi, Michael, Brian here. Wallan has been a very consistent club. This season's no different. Your percentage is second highest in the league. Shows not only you're scoring heavily, but your defence is working really well together as well.
Yeah, I think the style of play that we're going for is that brand of football. You know, we're trying to move the ball in on quick and get it going, which just gives your forwards that opportunity to score. And it just starts from the back line, really. I think the back six in particular have just been really solid. And then it's that quick transition type of play, which we've identified in terms of doing well at the pointy end of the year. That's the sort of football that you need.
Yep. Just following on from that, you got your leading goal kicker, Mick Bakary, out today. Everything all right there?
Yeah, he's sort of had a bit of a niggling hip through the year, so it's sort of that frustration that he's had with it has been sort of had him sort of play it safe than sorry type of thing. You know, we want to peak at the right time of the year, not sort of push our luck now.
Now, Stephen Boyle, he's been a very consistent name amongst the best players this season. Can you just give us a bit of a quick rundown of his season so far and what's made him so consistent?
Oh, he's an absolute gun. His leadership out there is probably second to none. I think the voice, the direction, and when you've got that, you know, you just find the footy. You know, he's a very smart player, gets to the right spots, he works really hard, and you know, the result is just a part of what he's doing. So yeah.
Number 88, it's an interesting jumper number, isn't it?
Two fat ladies, looks good on him, doesn't it? Suits him well.
It'd be all right for us. We can pick him out there. Nice and easy number. Club's obviously coming off 3 straight losses. As we said today, genuine contender. You know, this is the make or break for you guys heading into the back half of the season. So what do you guys need to turn around from the last few weeks?
100%. Our biggest thing is just consistency, I think, in a game. We've got a lot of young kids, and young kids, the ceiling is high. You know, when they play at their best, they're really good. But it's about keeping them at that, you know, the older wides ahead. So we talk about a Stevie Boyle. He's someone that his difference between his best and his worst is not really there. Whereas our young kids can get a little bit disheartened at times, and you know, if things don't quite go their way, it takes them that little bit 5 or 6 minutes. And the competition's too strong to allow a 5-6 minute lapse. I think you give all these other teams that they're going to kick 4 or 5 goals on you, and then you're chasing backside for the rest of the day, which makes it pretty hard.
Well said, Michael. All the best for today and good luck.
Appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Mick. Appreciate it. Cheers. Welcome everyone back here to Green Hills Reserve in Wallan for the RDFL round 10 match of the round between Wallan and Romsey. We have with us today the injured captain for Romsey, Nath Blair. Nath, welcome mate.
Alrighty, thanks mate, thanks for having me.
Now before we get into the footy stuff, just congratulations. I hear you've been recently engaged.
Yes, it was a matter of time, so about a half. So I've had brothers and sisters getting married and having kids, and the pressure was on.
Ray and Mary got on to you, did they?
Nah. They were all pretty good, but it was never in doubt.
If you need an MC, you know, mate, I know a commentator that you know about. And you've been an uncle again for another time.
Yes,
so Cam's had a kid now.
Cam's had a kid now, so
now the pressure's really on.
4. So we'll get through the wedding first, and then that'll be next after that.
All right. Now we'll get into the footy stuff. Your injury that you copped against Lansfield, like you were playing really well in that first half. And explain what exactly happened.
Yeah, no, look, it was actually good. It was one of those days, everything was kind of falling into place for me. So it was a nice change, and I think it was halfway through the second quarter. I was just come on from the bench, and within 10 seconds coming on, bang, the ball spat up in between two Lansfield players, and unfortunately I came off second best and snapped the bone in my forearm and surgery. So 8 to 10 weeks on the sidelines, and then hopefully just before the boys get in the finals, I'll be back.
It's good to hear, mate. Good to see you back for finals.
Nathan, congratulations on the engagement.
Thank you.
Hope to see you out there sooner than later.
Yes.
Currently sitting 4th, 4 wins, 4 losses, tied with both Macedon and Riddle. Coming off a bit of a shock loss to Macedon, how is the team planning on getting back onto the winners list this week?
Yeah, look, it was a bit disappointing last week in terms of the Macedon game, but credit to them, they were just tougher and harder. You know, I don't know, just coming off the bye, maybe weren't mentally prepared for it, but credit to them. They just got the jump on us early when they were against the wind, and we couldn't just come back from there. But look, we know what we're going to move on to now. Just to get back to how we play, bring that pressure straight from the start, and then and just take it on a bit more. Like, you know, just Shermo's given us the licence just to hit that 45, and away we go. Now, he said that mistakes are going to happen, and that's footy. So we're just got to do that, get our pressure start, and then take the game on. And obviously, nice and windy here today, so hopefully we've learnt from last week how to play with it and against it.
Following on from Shermo, we spoke to him prior to the Wood End game, and he was mentioned about how the inconsistencies, not just between games, but in between quarters. Like, you know, you have him playing 10 minutes of really great football and then switch off, and that's where teams are catching on the rebound. So what are you guys trying to do to implement that, to get a full 4-quarter effort in?
Yeah, I think that's just connection between the whole group. So, you know, especially last week is probably the most, we looked disconnected out there, and let's just get back to connection around the whole ground. So just, Sherman made it real basic this week in terms of, you know, just go back to just the basics of how he wants us to play. So, like I said, we just take it on, we hit that 45 and then we go. And just have everyone on the same wavelength. And, you know, we can't control what Wallan do. You know, we can try to stop what they do, but we can't control it. And then we really just got to worry about us. And that's where we're going to get better from now. You know, like I said many times, is that our defence is what we've got to start with. That's what we base our game off. And then hopefully we can just flow from there. So.
Yep, and moving forward, you got Darcy Lockens down there, was a Romsey junior, went to Gisborne, now recruited back, sitting 10th on the goal kicking list. Must be fantastic to have another option to give Jack Jedwab a chop out.
Yeah, no, look, Darcy's been real good, so him just pre-season that, come back from Gisborne, obviously, Romsey boy early. But just gives us that another dimension down there, you know, someone that's really dynamic down there and speedy, and he's got good craft in terms of playing that small forward, gets to Jack's feet, and, you know, when it comes to Jack, 9 times out of 10 it's coming to the ground if he's not marking it, so he's played that real well, and he's getting the goals from it, just playing his role, so he's done that really well.
Yeah, just speaking on Jack, you know, the last few weeks you've had multiple teams just playing 2-3 guys sitting on Jack, you know, and then guys need to find that 2 spare Romsey players that are out there. Has that been brought up this week? Because there's got to be some spare Romsey players somewhere.
So, we might be going Jack too much now.
That's pretty good reason to go to him, though.
The way he's been playing this year, though. So, you know, he's had a remarkable year at the moment, Jack, and everything that goes to him at the moment. Like I said, he's got 2 or 3 on him, but he's still not getting beaten half the time. So, but we just got to be smarter going forward. You know, if Jack's got try to hit that easy one. I think we try to take off a bit too much. We can choose sometimes. So take that easy one. You can kick goals from 40 metres out. So it's something we have been working on. And, you know, it just gives people other opportunities too. So, but like I said, Jack's having a great year. So, look, if we can keep kicking and keep smart, then why not?
Yeah. Sounds good, mate. Thanks for that, Nate. Good luck today out there, mate. Good luck with the injury as well.
Thanks very much.
Cheers, mate. See ya.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, so today we have myself, Tony White, and for the first time commentator today, Brian Kent, going to help me on special comments. So welcome today, Brian. Thank you very much for helping us out.
No problem, mate. Great to be here. Looking forward to the contest today.
Yeah, well, you know, we're both Romsey local, so we're going to try and be as unbiased as possible, but we can't promise everything. But, you know, top four clash today. Probably one of the best games you could actually start your commentary time off. So
yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be an interesting contest. On paper, both teams look pretty similar. The scoreboard obviously says that as well.
Yeah, so a big issue Romsey's going to have to deal with today, as we mentioned to Michael Mannix, you know, second highest percentage. They're obviously stopping a lot of goals, but they're kicking high as well. Romsey's backline, a little bit undersized, Kane Brinkhouse and stuff down there. Angus Story's been brought in the last couple of weeks to try and firm up that a bit of big man strength, but, you know, that's going to be a huge issue for Romsey today.
Yep, definitely. I think both teams will be challenged at times to get the ball forward. The conditions are not too bad. Looks pretty good out there. I don't see why both teams couldn't bring it today.
Yeah, and look, both teams are going to be coming, like we mentioned in the pre-games, that they're both smiting, coming off losses. Wallan coming off 3 losses in a row after starting the season with 4 straight wins. And then you got Romsey, three losses out of the last 4. So both teams are in bad form that need to correct it before the second half of the season.
Well, definitely. I don't know at what one point we sort of say, is this a genuine, both teams need to win today, or do we just sort of go with it? And I think the 4 points today will be massive for both clubs, just to see if let's push them on to the rest of the year. Yeah,
100%. You know, Wallan's got the bye next week, so they really need to arrest their... Wallan's got Macedon next week, who's been much improved. So if they don't get over the line today, they could be looking at 5 straight losses. So that's going to be a huge thing that the club's not going to want to fall down against. We obviously got a lot of goal kickers out there today. We spoke about Jack Jedwab, you know, 31 goals for the season, leading by, I think, 7 goals in front of Dylan Jobson and from Melton. So he's obviously a huge prime target for Romsey. And that's someone that Matt Wallan's really going to have to try and deal with. So we got Darcy down there. Justin Sherman's playing today, so there's another option there up forward, which will really help Romsey spread the load a little bit.
Well, that's right. Jack needs help. He needs Darcy. He needs the other guys, the crummers. When the ball hits the ground, he needs the support. The talent's there. Just see if they can get it done today.
Yeah, and that's the problem. We keep looking at the on paper. This should be a cracking game. On paper, both these teams should be right up there in the finals race. But the last 4 weeks, they haven't been playing like finals contenders. So they really need to get that competition off the paper and actually on the field.
I think both teams could probably put their hand up and say they've been a little bit inconsistent the last 3 or 4 weeks. They can bring it in spurts. It's just a matter of bringing it for 4 quarters now.
Yeah, and we heard Michael Mannix, the captain of Wallan, pre-game, say that you know, they're trying their best. They've got a youngish list. You know, they're still trying to gel together as well. So they're trying to use their on-field leaders to try and make sure that the young boys don't get their heads down if something starts to go against their way. And Romsey's the same. Got a lot of young players, a lot of huge turnover. So these guys are still trying to gel as well. Just as we see Wallan here come out onto the ground. So it's all systems go for a red-out game today.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to watching Wallan. I can't say I've seen many of their games, so it'll be good to see what they bring, how they bring it, their structures, how they set up the play. Their best players need to be performing today.
Yeah, and for all our friends out there who know that we love the umpires very much, today we have the field umpires Rob Simmons and Daniel Mousley. On the boundary we have Cody O'Loughlin and our best friend Sideshow Bob. So we're glad that we got Sideshow here for one of the game of the rounds because he is a huge feature of our telecast. Brian, you'll soon learn that we love the Sideshow.
I've heard the commentary on Sideshow Bob. I can't quite see him just yet.
Yeah, he's at the front of the pack. Darren Quirky by name, quirky by nature.
He's got his hair up today, or?
No, he has trimmed it. I don't know if he's disliking our Sideshow Bob. Yeah, so he's got the side mullet he's got these days, but we're going to stick with Sideshow Bob. So
yeah, all the best to the umpires, obviously, today.
Yeah, we obviously can't do it without them. So well done to those guys out there today. Romsey's still hasn't come out on the ground yet. I'm really looking forward to seeing Stephen Boyle today. I haven't seen him this season either, so just talking to a few of the people that have watched him play, he is really good out there. Hayden Gill, as Michael Mannix said, you know, he's split his time between the VFL and the RDFL, so he's obviously got a lot of talent as well. So there'll be huge players to stop. For Romsey, you've got the same 4 that we talk about most weeks. Matty Burkett, absolute superstar. Jack Jedwab, probably the best forward in the competition. You got Nath Hoy. He's been playing in the ruck, and then the last few weeks he's gone forward, kicked some goals, so he's another opportunity for up forward. And Number 9, Chris Petroia for Romsey, coming off the half-back flank. The last few games we've watched him play, he's absolutely torn this game apart. So his great left foot is really good to see as Romsey comes out of the ground here.
Romsey are on the way, just getting out there, checking the conditions. It's a little bit windy here today, Tony.
Yeah, it's gusty wind too, which makes it even harder. That's the problem. You know, you can't rely on the wind. When you've got the wind, you've got to make sure you actually use it correctly. Don't just bomb away and let the wind do the work. And then again, when you're against the wind, you've got to run this ball hard. And that's Wallan historically has been a very strong, fit team, loves to run the ball by hand, and off they go, and that suits them perfectly on this ground. So Romsey has been known to use the ball by hand, but they do love to kick the ball forward as well. So let's see if the weather affects the game plan today.
I'm not sure the wind really affects. It's not going one way or the other. It is just a swirly wind today.
Yeah, so sorry, we just got a background noise. We're just in with the crowd at the moment, so sorry if we can hear that. But I'm really looking forward to seeing some of these guys out there today. Like number 4 for Romsey, Corey Purcell. The last few games I've watched him play, he's come out like on fire, and then within 2 quarters they've sent someone to him. He hasn't been able to fight through that tag yet. That's a huge thing for someone. He's only 19. Could have been playing under 19s last year. Was named as one of the rising stars in the competition. So it's really big for him to go to that next level now and really take on that tag.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the young fellas out there today. There's a few of them. We've got a first gamer, Braden Smiley, 23 for Romsey. All the best to him on his first game. Josh Smiley, he's out there as well.
Yeah, Josh is a junior from Romsey. He left a couple of years ago, went to Rupert's Wood. He's came back. This is his 3rd game in the seniors. We've got obviously young boys. We've got Sam Wilson. We've got Darcy Lockins. You know, they're a very young side, but that's not going to stop. That's not going to do anything different to what Wallan has to play. They're going to hit hard. Wallan have always been a very, very strong side, and I'm really looking forward to seeing these two go really head-to-head today. Outside wheels of Ali Khalil for Romsey up against Mason Bowden, and these guys, Sean Morris, Hayden Gill. I'm really looking forward to seeing these contests. You look at there now, Brian, look, they're both very, very fit sides, big boys. When they hit hard as well. So it's going to be a long day physically and mentally, I think, for these two teams.
For someone who doesn't sort of get to the local footy too often, when you do finally get down here, you don't realise how quick it is, how fit these boys are. They go hard. Yeah. There's nothing like local footy.
And look, we're speaking about the young boys today, but there's some old boys out there as well that have just Romsey's best this season has been Nathan Raymond. You know, Nathan Raymond's 35 years old. He's an absolute bull. He knows one way, and that's 100 mile an hour at the team. And Michael Mannix, you've seen him before. He's looking in great nick as well. So, you know, it's not all about these young boys. These older boys here are really setting the tone for them. The young boys have to follow.
Yeah, just running my eye over Wallan here at the moment. There's some big boys out there too, Tone, for them.
Yeah.
I'll be very curious to see how they go today.
Yeah.
I'll keep a close eye on a few of their younger fellas too.
Yeah. Big number 74, Riley Evans. Again, this is the first time I've watched him this season too, so we do apologise if we get a few of the names wrong, but big Riley Evans, he's looking like a big lump of a lad as well. So obviously, you know, they've got their leading goal kicker Michael Backery out, but that hasn't stopped them. They're still scoring goals. So they're obviously getting a fair, even spread of goal kickers, and they're stopping them down the other end as well. So they're not, as we mentioned with Nathan Blair, they're not too reliant on the one person, which is going to make it the 6 backmen of Romsey. They have to be on the toes for the whole 120 minutes.
Definitely going to have to be accountable, each to their own today.
There's not much we can say other than this is really exciting for all of us as they both start to break from their huddles to lead the way. Looks like Romsey will be kicking to your right of screen to the township end. Wallan will be kicking to the left, which is the Hogan's Hotel end of ground, which is their major sponsor here. So, speaking of our sponsors, obviously we want to say thank you to Bendigo Bank, always providing us with all the support we need. So thank you, Bendigo Bank. I can't wait. Looks like Sherman's going to head down forward. Him, Jack, Nate Hoy, they're all going to work out exactly what they need to do up forward line. I really look forward. Ben Way's going to start in the ruck, which is a huge boost for another old fella. You know, but again, he just sets the tone. Physical body, loves to ram into him, loves to smash and bang. So I can't wait for that.
Really looking forward to this, Tony. The players are getting into their positions now. Umpire's got the footy.
Sounds like umpire.
So Romsey are going
umpire Rob Simmons with the ball here. Looks like the senior umpire.
Romsey are going to the right of screen.
So in the midfield, we're going to have for Romsey, you got Matt Burkett, Ben Way in the ruck, Will DiPetro, Nath Raymond for Romsey, and for Wallan, we've got
Cora Vianney's in the middle.
Cora Vianney's one we can see. Steve Boyle's another one on the outer wing. It looks like Mason Bowden's in the middle, and Jordan Roberts in the ruck. So this will be a huge contest.
And Sean Morris is in there as well.
So the ball goes up. Ben Way loses the first tap out down to Roberts. Ball comes out, spits foot towards Wallan's end. Nath Raymond picks the ball up. He's wrapped up immediately by Vianney. The ball spits out the back. It's still incontested ball picked up by Gill. Gill handballs in, looking for Patrick Backery. He sends the ball long inside 50. 1-on-1, Brinkhouse, great spoil. Ball goes forward, overrun there by Walsh. Ball spits out the back. Great tackle by Petroro. Starts with a perfect ball. Oh, big fend off there by Mason Bowden. Ball goes over. Hits the deck. Great pressure, Kane Brinkhouse. Ball's just on the forward pocket here for Wallan. Ball comes out. Ali Khalil sends the ball out of 50, looking for Jack. Jack Jadwell puts his hands up, goes over the back. Sherman bowled over. Ball's in dispute again at Hassan forward. Great contest, Will DiPetro and Matt Burkett. The ball will be wrapped up just inside the 50 there at Wallan's end. Great frenetic start there, Brian.
I think Romsey got away with one there. Matthew Perry was clear. Just a little pop over the top and he would have been in for a goal. So
it's a big day for Kane Brinkhouse against Perry today. Oh, no one up in the ruck for Wallan there. Ben Way grabs it, bombs it long out the back, looks for Purcell on the outer wing. Purcell is able to push the ball towards the boundary line. Picked up there by Gilchrist, who's wrapped up immediately.
Pushing the back. Free kick to Wallan. I think that was Braden Byrne.
Yeah, Braden Byrne. So in comes Byrne, looking to the midfield, kicking up, just put him in hospital here. That's a great mark there by Angus Love. So he's got people out here in the wing if he wants them. Looks inboard, chips up and finds Boyle. Boyle with the handball off, running through the midfield. Handball goes back to Love, who goes out further again. Ball comes inside 50, over the top, looking for Gill and finding him. Over the top, just outmarked Jackson Kinnear there.
Hayden Gill just got that break, didn't he?
Yeah. And obviously you can see, they mentioned he's a VFL footballer, smart, just hung out the back. Jackson Kinnear lost touch, didn't know where he was going, so then it's all his ball.
It was a good deep kick into him as well.
Yeah. So what did he be kicking from here, Brian? You reckon about 25 out, maybe?
25, slight angle. Player of his calibre, this should be going straight through, but I don't want to moz him early. That's not why I'm here.
Special comments for everyone here. So in comes Gill on the runway. Sends the ball long. He's struck it well. Kicked it well. That's his first for the day.
Well done, Hayden Gill on the board. Wallan with the first goal.
So Wallan leading 1 straight, 6. Romsey yet to score. Wallan's had all the play so far. The ball has been just in their side of centre circle.
They've done really well to just get it down here and lock it in. Romsey sort of struggled early to get it out. Just a bit more composure from Wallan, I think, at this stage.
Yeah, as we can see as they're lining up now here, it is an undersized back line for Romsey, but they're not overly tall either, the Wallan forward. So this might probably be, in shape-wise, probably one of the fairest even contests that Romsey's had. But Hayden Gill there, just very, very smart duck out the back.
Yeah, got that step, and it was just a beautiful kick.
So umpire Mousley will take the second bounce.
Ruckman already. Roberts against Way.
Ball goes up. No one wins the tap out down. Comes down to DiPetro, who's wrapped up immediately.
That ball's not coming out.
No, Nathan Raymond again, just on top of 2 of them. No one's getting out of a Nathan Raymond tackle. So Roberts first Way. Repeat stoppage. Roberts wins that tap out down. Ball just hits the deck again. Indiscriminate balls just bouncing around left and right there. Way goes filing out of the pack. Boyle has the ball, but he's wrapped up immediately again. DiPetro's in there. Raymond's in there.
A few numbers around the contest now.
Yeah, well, 3rd repeat stoppage in a row. So we got Way versus Roberts again. Way goes for the body contact. Gets the tap out down towards Raymond, who's wrapped up immediately in the ball, is still not going anywhere. So this is a nice, tight, close contest, but this ball comes out. All the Wallan forwards have been sucked up. It could go right up top of them. Way with a big punch forward there. Ball goes to Romsey. It's swung inside by Sam Wilson. Up towards Jed Wobb. Spoiled away. Lockins with the tackle. Ball comes out. via Wallan, looking for Love. Looking for Port, sorry.
Port, yeah,
Port.
on the wing.
Goes around. Wilson sends it up high. Ball goes up looking for Gill again. Great spoil from Nate Tazari. Jackson Kinnear picks in, spins out, trying to find contest, and they've all jumped on top of him.
Umpire's played holding the footy there. I think he might have had an opportunity.
I think he had 3 blokes in his back first, though. So they play into the midfield. Ball's not gone far enough. Great tackle, Petroro holding the ball. Chris Petroro had a fantastic season so far. So he swings around on that left foot. Over the back, looking for Sherman. It goes through his hands, out the back, towards the Petro, picks up, gives a quick handball, out towards Lockens, had his head ripped off.
Umpire's seen that one, the high tackle there.
Yeah, so Darcy Lockens, we mentioned him in the pre-game. I'll let you call this one, Brian.
It's very difficult to see how far out he is, but he'll get the journey.
As you can see from the screen, he's not overly built at the moment, Darcy. He's still got a long way to go in developing with his strength, but what he does have is a lot of smarts.
Definitely, and he can kick a footy, this young kid. He makes his approach in now. The Benny Brown run in. Struck it pretty well. I think that's through for a goal.
Well done, Darcy Lockens.
Darcy gets the first one for Romsey.
So it's a nice quick reply here. It seems to be that the last goal was actually what Romsey needed to reset, got back in the centre, and then off they went again. So
I reckon that was their first forward 50 entry, and it's paid off for a goal. So that's great conversion at this stage.
So we're 6 minutes into the first quarter, currently 1 goal apiece. That pretty much says it all, isn't it? It's been a very even game so far.
As a young fella, you like to get the first one away nice and early in the game. He'll enjoy that. He'll get his confidence from that.
And it provides another option for Romsey going forward as well, knowing they don't just have to go to Jack all the time.
He's pushed up into the midfield now, Lockens.
Oh, he is confident, isn't he, the young fella?
Just get out of my way, boys. I'll take this.
I'll do it all myself. We're just waiting for the ball to be returned here, guys. Sorry about the little bit of downtime.
Raymond against Gilchrist. Looks like a good matchup there.
And it looks like 2 that will not take a backward step.
No,
that's what we like to see in country football.
I'll keep an eye on that one. That might be a feisty encounter.
How was a great pass from Sideshow Bob there. That was just great delivery straight to umpire Lemon. So
yeah, he's a man that knows what he's doing.
He does. He's been around a long time. So Roberts versus Way again. Ball goes up. Way wins the tap out down towards Lockens. Ball goes through his legs and he's just wrapped up immediately. It's been a free kick given to Boyle there. So Stephen Boyle's taken it.
He's had a very good year, Boyle, from all reports.
Oh, great. He's set a little bit of foot candy to Darcy. The ball's coming out the back, looking for, but Sankey's been picked it up for Romsey, and he's been jumped on immediately.
Great tackle there by Gilchrist, I think it was. Yes, he doesn't look like he'll take a backward step, Gilchrist.
No. So, Way and Roberts comes from the middle of the ground, so it's Way uncontested, slams the ball forward, looking for DeHaas, but it's been intercepted there by Wallan. Ball gets the ball out for Port. Port sends it long, looking for Gill. Strong hands, Hayden Gill again.
Good movement.
Gives the handball off quickly. Oh, great smother, Aaron Patterson. Ball goes back, Khalil. He can't pick it up. Gill comes smashing through, takes out Kinnear with a great bump. And the umpire will say, that's mine. You can see the passionate supporters we have in the background here. Roberts versus Way again on the closer wing. Way wins tap down, misses Petroro. Boyle kicks it off, sends it long, looking for Perry. Great spoil again by Brickhouse. Raymond picks the ball up. He's dispossessed immediately, picks it up again, slams it on the right boot, looking for Lockens. Goes over the back, and he's spoiled towards the boundary, picked up there by Mannix, brings the ball inside, wrapped up. Khalil picks it up, handball out to Walsh. Walsh chips it up over the head of Jedwab. He's backtracking. Jedwab versus Longbourn, and it's run out of bounds. Half forward flank for Romsey.
I think both teams have settled now, Tony. It's going to be a good contest. Hopefully it's tight like this all day.
Yeah, Dean Walsh, he'll be upset with that kick. Jack had 2 metres on Longbourn then and just kicked it over his head. So you got to make sure you make most of those forward entries because it's going to be a hard day. Ball gets thrown in, right forward flank. It's gone right up in there. That might be umpire Rainbow from our previous game. There's been a whistle. Yes, there's going to be a Wallan free kick out of the ruck. So it'll go to
Roberts.
Jordan Roberts, sorry, not Evan. The ball goes in board, kicks it high, looking for Krinko. Big spy over the back from Raymond. Ball goes down in front and Khalil can't quite gather it. And they're all just stacks on top again.
Umpire's paid on the footy. Free kick to Wallan.
The ball goes out. And it's gone to Gilchrist. Gilchrist chisel ball inside. Great hit to Jake Laley. Laley assesses his options just inside the centre circle pretty much. Another short kick. Finding... I'm not sure who that is. We haven't got him on our number here. Chipped over the top. Goes to Bowden. Bowden rounds around. Great tackle. Ben Way. Great tackle for the old man. Able to get the handball away. Ball comes out. It's gone down. Brinkhouse versus Perry. Ball's got past Brinkhouse. Perry gives the handball out. Great smother there from Brinkhouse. Perry off the ground. Has kicked an absolute ripper.
Fantastic goal.
He's kicked that from 30 out on the left foot off the ground. Great goal, Matthew Perry.
Well, the Women's World Cup soccer's on soon. That was a great soccer goal.
You always got to bring back to Aston Villa, don't you? You always got to bring it back to Aston Villa. So at the 10.5 minute mark, Wallan leading 2 straight 12 to Romsey 1 straight 6. Again, great contest. That's a goal out of nothing there.
Definitely an arm wrestle at the moment. Gilchrist looking well early, and I'm liking the run from Laley, providing plenty of run for them.
Yep. They've been great start so far from both teams. No one's really just blinked an eye so far. So Raymond's come out of the midfield. Looks like he's playing on Boyle as he goes forward. So that might be a task for Raymond today. Ball goes up. Way versus Gill this time in the ruck. Way wins it down. Purcell. No, Way's been given a free kick. Wheels around on his opposite foot there on the left. Not bad for a big fella. Ball doesn't quite hit the target. Oh, that's a big fend off. Comes out for Wallan on the outer wing. Ball's turned over. Purcell picks the ball up. Chisel inside over the back. Finds Walsh. Walsh has the paddock if he wants it. Goes inside looking for Nath Hoy. Ball goes up. Hoy extends the hands. Too big, too strong. Nath Hoy. That's a long way up in the air.
Nath Hoy, he's one of those boys, you walk past him, he's just a mountain of a lad. He's a good size, got great hands.
And as our viewers over the wire know, he's a great next door neighbour as well. So if you want to moz him, give it to him. Up to you.
I'll let him go here. All the best, Hoy.
So Nath Hoy, he would be 35 out from goal maybe when he kicks in. It's a bit hard to see from this angle, but in his strots, coming off 3 last week, kicks it long, and he's just missed to the far side. So that's 1 point to Nathan Hoy. Wallan leading at the 12-minute mark, 2 goals straight, 12 to 1-1-7. As we just wait for the ball to be returned to us again, it looks like it's fallen down the back of the hill. This could be a long day today.
It's hard to tell, but they're going to that right of screen. The wind does seem to be favouring. A lot of the balls are going over the Romsey players, the leading Romsey player's head. So maybe there is a slight breeze going away, but it is again swirly out there.
Yeah, and we are semi-protected from the weather in here at the moment, but if they are kicking with the wind, they're going to want to start making the most of it because there's only probably 10 minutes left in the quarter. So Wallan break from their huddle and they kick long, looking for and finding Crawford. Ball's come to ground. At the back he plays on, kicks it straight up in the air. Nath Raymond standing underneath it. Ball spoilt from him. Wallan's trying to track the ball through the middle of the ground. Angus Story, I would have thought that was a push in the back against Angus Story. Lockens with a great spoil. Angus Story jumps straight back on top of Hayden Gill, and that'd be Gill's free kick.
He started well, Gill.
Yeah. You can really see the class in him, can't you? So Gill assesses his options. Romsey have flooded back well here. Gill goes long down the middle of the ground looking for Perry, but it's dropped short. Nath Tassari runs away with the ball. Handball at the back to Kane Brinkhouse. On the left boot, tries to clear the zone. Doesn't quite get there, 2-on-1. The Locken's outnumbered. Ball comes inboard and is marked by Sean Morris. Ball goes back to Gill. Chips it over the top. Looking for Crawford. He's got plenty of time. Great Shepherd out the back there. Gave him extra time, but the ball's been turned over again. This is a sloppy game. Sam Wilson able to intercept that. Boyle picks the ball up, who's just been absolutely crunched. Ball comes out the back. Chipped forward. Justin Sherman out position there by Brenton Cox. So Cox has it. Half-back flank for Wallan. Chips it inboard. Has found Morris again.
Starting to get his hands on the footy, Morris.
He goes out wide, looking for the run. Doesn't quite make it. DePetro lays a strong tackle. Ball pops up. Goes out to Riley Evans. Comes inboard, looking for Boyle. It's over his head. Romsey have the numbers. Raymond grabs it up on the left foot, chips it over, looking for Wilson. Misses the target. Ball's kicked off the ground there. Jedwab trying to track down the ball. Oh, can't quite keep it in, Jack. The ball will be out of bounds on the left half forward fake for Romsey there. 14 and a half minutes gone. Wallan leading 2 straight 12 to 1-1-7.
It's a good start. It's a bit of an arm wrestle.
Yeah,
the conditions are very swirly. There's no rain as yet.
You can see that they're ringing the changes here, Romsey, because their players are working hard with this wind. Ball's come in board. Again, just another clump of players jump on top of it there.
Stephen Boyle, you can see why he's having such a good year. He just knows where the footy's going.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie, I was expecting a bit of a taller man, but he's not very tall, is he? He's vertically challenged, but he knows how to get the footy.
He knows how to get his... Yeah, definitely. I think Darcy Lockens has got the footy here. Not sure what's happened there, but he's ended up with the footy.
We're too busy talking here about Boyle, and then he's had a line up for his second shot for the young fella for the first quarter.
A bit further out than last time. This will test the wind. We'll see what the wind's doing with this kick.
I'll let you call this one, Brian.
Darcy's bringing it in. It's going to drop short. It's going to be a rush through for a behind, I believe.
Yeah, so it's gone to the right that time there. Made the distance easy enough.
He did. Just sort of faded to that right end.
Looking at the trees there, it does look like the wind's blowing diagonally across the ground towards their goal, but blowing it away from the goal face. So the ball comes in from Wallan. So in the left back pocket for Wallan, sends it out long. Looking for Gill again. That's another strong mark. So Gill comes around, swirls around, over the back looking for Sidham. Sidham gives the handball off. This is Valinskis. Valinskis has a shot. And he has missed everything. That's a shocker for there. And Jackson Kinney let him know about it as well. Yeah, had a lot of time. In comes Brinkhouse, switches across goal. Oh, that's a goal. One-handed attempt from Walsh. That's a bit lazy. And Matthew Perry's able to worry him out of it. Ball comes out. Kane Brinkhouse he's been paid a free kick too for holding the man.
Just a tackle, just lingered
there. Silly football.
They won't be happy with that, Romsey.
No.
I think because they had an opportunity.
Let's just say I think he's very lucky that his coach is on the ground at the moment. May not have seen exactly what he did there, but the assistant coaches will, I dare say, be going up to Walsh and having a chat to him about that.
Sort of just got lost with the wind, possibly. I'm not sure what happened there. He sort of just got lost the footy a bit, went to one hand, and it just didn't come off.
Yeah. Surely in the back half that deep, you want to be going two hands. So
Perry put his foot in, turned it over, and now he's got the ball.
This is a very tight angle here, but he's looking very confident. He's kicked on the right, it's gone across goal, looking for Gill again. Oh, it comes off his hands. Ball spits out. Ball, a little just absolute shank there from Laley. Ball goes out the side. Brinkhouse picks up again. Brinkhouse on the left. Long clears the zone, but it's going to come straight back in. Oh, well spoiled there by Walsh. Ball goes over the back. Picked up well by Sherman. That's great pick up. Gives the handball off to Lockens. Lockens goes in short looking for Hoy and finds him.
What a pass by Lockens.
Great kick, Darcy Lockens.
In front of him.
This is exactly what we spoke about. Very, very smart football for such a young kid. So, but the way the other kicks are going, it looks like Hoy's going to be kicking slightly into this breeze because the wind is coming across the ground, blowing this ball back to the right-hand side of the ground. So he's going to have to aim for the left-hand goalpost and hope the wind does the rest.
100%. He's just got to convert now.
In comes Hoy. Aims for the left-hand goalpost. Doesn't quite come back. Oh, almost ended really good, like I knew what I was talking about there. So 18 minutes gone.
Romsey with another behind, Tony. That's 2 straight for Wallan. Romsey 1-3-9. 3-point lead to Wallan.
And they are kicking with a slight breeze, as we've said, so they've got to really start making the most of these chances here.
They do need another goal, I believe,
yeah.
just to get their nose in front now with this wind.
Yeah, this close to the end of the quarter, couldn't be long to go. Ball comes inboard, finds Mannix. Mannix, the captain, just inside the back line here. Nathan Raymond doing star jumps, trying to put him off on the mark. Mannix goes out to the wing, looking for and finds his target in Roberts.
Roberts, the big boy.
Yeah, Roberts gives the handball off like all big men should. Ball goes straight high in the air. Romsey have the numbers here. It's contested there by Tassari. Ball goes on the ground. Josh Smile on the bottom of the pack and they all jump on top of him. Third game of Josh Smiley.
Big numbers around the ball at the moment. Romsey will be looking to lock this in, I think.
To umpire Mousley. Throws the ball up right on the wing in front of the crowd. Roberts wins it down easily against Raymond. Huge number, but the ball comes at the back. Raymond gives the handball out, but misses Khalil. So it'll be a throw in right in front of the Wallan coach's box here.
Unfortunately, sideshow Bob, he's on the other side.
Yeah, I think he wants to be anywhere near the camera. So we're going to call him Umpire Rainbow if he does it again. Let's see how he goes here. Umpire, get ready. Throws it very, very high and shallow. Umpire Rainbow's your name, mate. So Roberts gets the tap out down. Comes out, Raymond again, gets his head ripped off, but just pushes through anyway. Umpire lets him play on. Comes out the back. There's still just a contest after contest here. And that was Patrick Backery wrapped up there.
Great pressure from both sides at the moment.
Yeah.
Tackling's been okay. It's been pretty good.
The second the ball comes out, you get wrapped up, aren't you? No one has a chance. Ball comes down, Roberts gets a kick away towards Angostori, picks up at the back, handballs to Khalil, his ball's smothered. Ball goes back, Boyle picks the ball up, his handball comes out the back. Khalil
Free
again.
kick to Boyle, pushing the back.
Oh, is that going to be 50?
Sorry, that's not Boyle, that's Morris, I believe.
Did he pay the 50? Romsey player kicked the ball after, no he didn't. So we just wait for the ball to be returned to Shawnee Morris here.
Numbers are getting pushed back for Romsey.
Yeah, I think the call's has been told him that it can't be long to go in this quarter. We've played just over 20 minutes.
Here's Boyle on the wing.
He just plays on here, chips the ball over and finds Brenton Cox right on the boundary line. It was a very neat kick there. They're going to have to try and run through this zone because Romsey have so many numbers back. Cox brings it forward on the left foot, looking for Gill again. Gill floats across the pack. Can't quite pick it up, but it's a great front and centre there. Free kick to Jake Laley. Great front and centre. Earned that free kick well. So Laley, no, he'd have to return back behind the mark, son. Come on, come back. So if he has a shot here, he'd be kicking from right on the 50. Boyle's in the pocket if he wants it. No, he doesn't. Goes inboard instead. And finds right on top of the centre half forward. His ball goes over the top, missed by Gill. Probably the first thing he's done wrong this quarter. Ball comes out the back to Gill anyway, who's able to kick his second for the quarter. Hayden Gill. That's 2 for the quarter. He really has been a class above, hasn't he, so far in the forward line?
He's doing everything right. He's presenting. He's got really good hands. And he just, another one that just seems to know where the ball's going.
And his work rate. He's been up and back this wing as well, so he's not shy to run around, is he? He's going to get his own football.
100%. And he's going to be one we're going to be watching today closely. He's already started well. This is his second goal now.
So 21 and a half minutes gone. Wallan leading 3 straight 18 to Romsey 139.
Just been an impressive start by Wallan. They're putting the pressure on Romsey. Umpire's got the ball back in the midfield. 22-minute mark of the quarter.
Ben Way versus Roberts again. Way wins the tap out down at the back, but they just jump on top. Stacks on top. No, that ball's not coming anywhere, umpire. Call it. So umpire Mousley runs in for another repeat stoppage. The ball has travelled about 35 centimetres from the centre circle.
Tight contest here.
Ball goes up again. Body work from Ben Way. Gets to the front. Can't quite gather it. It's Dean Walsh. Back inside. He's got his head ripped off there. So the ball will be bounced up just on the edge of probably the point of the centre square. Just forward for Wallan. Ball goes up. Ben Way wins a tap out down to Burkett. Handballs at the back for Angostori. Jams on the boot while he's being tackled. That's a bad kick. Ends up with Jordan Port. Port swings it out wide. Great pick up there by the Romsey, by the Wallan player. Goes back in, gets it up. That's Vianney.
Great pick
Sends the ball high. Oh, great mark there by Angostori under huge pressure. Story brings it out of the back line. Kicks an absolute mongrel. Poor Jack can't bend down and pick that one up. Comes to Morris. Handballs out to Jordan Port. Port comes out. Finds. Not sure who that is. I've got 27. Ball goes up in the air.
Very early, Laley.
Big ball, Laley, but it goes nowhere. That's a huge crunch on Laley again from Nate Sassari. Ball gets spat at the back somehow. Jack's Kinnear trying to track the ball down. Lets it just go out of bounds.
Trickled out. We'll have another throw in. Deep into Wallan's forward 50.
Couldn't be long to go here, Brian.
No.
23 and a half minutes gone in the first quarter.
Romsey don't want to concede here.
No.
Don't want to keep it tight. And
everyone's playing this pick a player up. Oh, that ball's umpire Rainbow's gone straight down. It's gone through Ben Way's hands. Kane Brinkhouse picks the ball up. He's wrapped up immediately by Laley. And the ball will just stop right on the goal square.
Umpire says, I'll have it.
Let it roll for a little while, didn't he, the umpire?
A little bit. And he said, boys, if that's not coming out, that's mine.
So, ball goes up again. Ben Way runs around Roberts. Ball gets tapped to a dangerous position. Wrapped up immediately is Jackson Kinnear. The ball spills out somehow. And young Braden Smiley, his first game, has made sure that ball did not get spat out anywhere. So Ball will be reintroduced right on top of the goal square. Way versus Roberts. Roberts with the tap down that time. Spits out the back. Purcell runs in hard contest. Ball spills out from him. Goes past Lukey Newnham. Ball spills out the back. And they jump on top of him too high. Wallan free kick. Straight in front. At a 50-metre penalty. Poor work there from Romsey. Ill discipline. So Stevie Boyle.
Unfortunate there for Brinkhouse, but yeah, you could see something that had been said, and umpire had no choice but to pay 50.
You know, and this has been a story of the few games we've done with Romsey. Undisciplined names, but just silly things like backchecking the umpire. You know that umpire is never ever going to change his mind. So in comes Boyle, chips it over the top as he limps away. Stevie Boyle kicks his first, which is 4 straight for Wallan as the siren goes right on the siren. So quarter time, Wallan 4 straight 24. Romsey 139 kicking with the win there.
Yes, I think Wallan be very happy with that start. That was a great first quarter for them. They bought their A game. They put the pressure on. They sent the ball forward. They did everything right forward, tackled. They had Gill providing a great run option up forward. Perry got his hands on a few of them, the contested balls up there. And Boyle, which is great. You can see why he's had a great season. He's had a great first quarter there.
So, Brian, do you want to quickly run through the goal kickers who we've had for that quarter?
Yep, definitely. Hayden, Gill, 2 majors. Matthew Perry with 1 major, and Stephen Boyle on just before the siren there with his first major for the day. And for Romsey, Darcy Lockins with the sole goal.
Yeah, so Darcy had a great quarter there for Romsey. You know, provided a lot of options, even going back through the midfield. But that was all about Wallan that quarter. Yes, it was a hard contest, but all the main contests were won by Wallan. And they've put on the scoreboard. Same amount of scoring shots, and we're 15 points the difference. Yep,
definitely. You can see why they've got such a good percentage. They keep it tight. They love the contest, and they're here to play today.
Yeah, exactly right. And another reason why they've got a good percentage, they're making the most of their scoring shots, haven't they? 4 from 4.
4 from 4.
You can't complain with that. There's nothing that they could have asked for more. We spoke to Nath Blair before the game. Looks like they did fix up their inconsistencies within that quarter. That was a hard-fought quarter. There was no real lapse of concentration from anyone. You know, Nath Hoy gave him a target up forward. Darcy Lockers gave it. The kicks towards Jack Jabbo have been absolutely horrible. I feel sorry for Jack today.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like he's playing for St Kilda the way he's playing at the moment. So, but again, we had run through the midfield. Shawnee Morris was just on fire through that quarter. He's had a lot of the ball. Jake Laley was kept popping up every now and then. So, you know, Michael Bowden had a bit of it. Jordan Port here through the wing. So they had lots of runners. This is a lot of the historical game plan from Wallan is to run in waves from the background, and it hasn't changed today, and it's still successful. So.
It seems their major ball winners are like getting their hands on the footy, and they're not just bomb it forward. They look for their targets. They're hitting their targets. Does Romsey sort of move it forward? And I don't know what the wind's like up this end, and we'll find out in the second quarter how Wallan use it. But the balls have been going over the back, not hitting their targets apart from Darcy hitting Hoy out in the chest. But other than that, I think maybe they can clean up their ball use. Yeah. And it'll be interesting to see how they go onto the left of screen this quarter.
Yeah, as we can see the Romsey huddle right in front of us here, and you can see Justin Sherman's got the forward pack in, and he's telling them about the lack of leading patterns. You can see he's gesturing, lower your eyes. Like, the boys are out, but we're not finding them because they're just kicking. Either they're not reading the wind well and they're kicking over too much air, or Wallan just had way too much pressure on the ball carrier.
Yeah, I think for Romsey, it's the easy fixes. Like, just lower your eyes, hit the targets, be cleaner with the ball. Just hit your targets.
Yeah, what have you made of the ruck contest so far between Ben Way and Jordan Roberts?
It's been a pretty even contest. Roberts is a massive unit. He's a big boy. He moves well. He can jump, and we all know Ben Way can what he can do for Romsey. But the story, like Jordan Roberts, he's had a very, very good first quarter.
And like what most all very good ruckmen do, they don't try and kick it. They handball off to the runners, and it's exactly, he won a couple of free kicks. The first thing he did was look behind him, and Wallan knew they had the runners there. They had either side, so he can choose left and right. So that's how you know the game plan is really working for Wallan here. And what more can you say? That they've got to be very happy with that first quarter.
Definitely. It's been a very good quarter for Wallan. Again, repeating the scores. 4 straight for Wallan. Romsey 1-3-9. Same amount of scoring shots, but Wallan, they look a little bit more cleaner going forward than Romsey do at this stage.
Oh, look, the first goal Matthew Perry scored off the deck, that was out of nowhere. But the other 3 were dead set shots on goal, and they all come from well-worked, except Stephen Boyles was a free kick that he earned. Poor discipline from Romsey, moves him from 45 out to the goal line, and off he goes and kicks his goal. So, again, what more can you say? It's going to be a great second quarter, and this is where we're really going to know what advantage this wind does or does not have, because if Wallan kick straight with this wind and they really use it, there could be a big second half that Romsey need to pull out, because they could go in with a massive deficit at half time.
Yeah, they don't want them to get away this quarter. Romsey want to keep it tight and take advantage of the ball moving forward for them. Hit your targets. I've really loved Hayden Gill's first quarter for Wallan. He's presented. He's got good hands. He's kicked his 2 goals. He's just got to keep it up now.
Yeah, and he kicked 2, but he probably set up the other one as well. So,
yeah.
You know, his work up the ground, there was nothing the Romsey defenders could have done about it. You know, the defence was there. They didn't give away any stupid free kicks. They just gave the contest, but he's just got sticky hands. So, what can you do?
It's a great contest at this stage. Both teams are starting to move into their positions.
For the second quarter, obviously, Romsey will kick to your to your left of screen now, kicking against what we think could be maybe a goal and a half breeze, but as we said, it's blowing more diagonally across the ground than straight at the goal mouth. So you would think that the attacking side of the ground would be the far side, because that way the wind would bring the ball towards the goal. But let's just see how we go.
Matt Burkett for Romsey's in the middle now.
Yeah,
we haven't called his name too often just yet.
This is probably one of the few very down games I've seen Matt Burkett have, but he's an absolute fighter. He won't stay down for very long. So
Sean Morris from Wallan is in the midfield as well.
Yeah.
He had a very good first quarter, I thought, too.
He had a huge first quarter. So I didn't even hear the siren go there. So Way wins the first contest down. Ball goes past to Petro, who wraps up Bakary immediately. And is he given a free kick away for too high? No. Umpire just said, I'll have it straight away. That's a nice quick call from the umpire. We like that.
It was a strong tackle, too.
Yeah, it was a big tackle. Ball goes up. Roberts wins that one down. Spits out the back. Ball smothered off the foot of the Wallan player. Comes out. The ball's gone towards Wallan, but Aaron Patterson picks the ball up. Handballs over his shoulder, looking for DePetro. Kicks the ball, but can't quite keep it inside.
Now they want to take it out. Sideshow Bob's on this side now. Now they want to take it out on the far wing.
They know we love Sideshow. Surely for some theatre they'll bring it back. So
starting to get a little bit dark here.
Yeah, the ball will be balled up, thrown in right on centre wing on the outer side. Ball goes very, very high from umpire Rainbow. Way wins the tap out down towards the Petroro, can't pick it up. Raymond gives the handball off to Burkett. Looks inside for Purcell. Great pick-up. Handball on top wasn't too good, though. Intercepted here by Wallan. Kicked out of the mid-air there by Vianney. That's got a long way, but it's been marked there by Patterson. Patterson turns the ball inboard, finds Khalil at centre-half back. Khalil assesses his options, comes out further, wider, and finds Brinkhouse. Brinkhouse had the runner in Braden Smiley if he wanted to, but goes over top for Petroro. Doesn't pick up Braden Smiley. Great front and centre. Handball out. Ball comes to Lockins. Lockins inside 50, looking for Hoy. Good strong hands from Hoy.
He's paid that as a mark.
He's got Romsey plays over top if he wants them. Chips it over and finds the coach. He's getting the game next week, Nathan Hoy. Goal to Justin Sherman. Great start there for Romsey.
They moved the ball really well there from the wing, Romsey. They were hitting their targets. The young fellas got involved.
And what a great switch. Khalil out the back to Brinkhouse. Would have thought Brinkhouse would have handballed onto Smiley, keep it running. Didn't, went over the top, but Braden Smiley just kept running. The great front and centre. Handballs out, comes to Lockins. Another great hit inside forward 50.
Definitely. Yeah, it's always nice to pass one over to the coach.
Well, yeah, I reckon he might have been worried about his spot, Nathan, but I reckon he's secured it for the next few weeks. So the 2-minute mark's gone.
I feel like
Romsey
needed
gets a
that.
very, very important first goal.
Yep.
So that takes him to 2-3-15, trailing Wallan 4 straight 24. Ball goes up. One down by Roberts. Out the back. Ball can't be quite picked up there by Vianney. Socket out by Morris. They're all chasing. There's 5, 6, 7 players chasing this ball. Ball gets chipped forward again. Braden Smiley, great pick up. Handball out. Ball's turned over. So Morris gets the ball, goes inside looking for Boyle, who's now walking much better, who chips it off the ground. Over top of Ben Way. Contest goes back. Wallan has the ball at centre half forward and it's just wrapped up. 3-on-1. The ball's not going anywhere.
Been fumbled around a little bit there. Players just can't get a hold and control of that footy.
Yeah, Steve Boyle went off the ground rather than bending over. Ball goes up half back. One down by Roberts comes down to Wallan, kicked out there by Bakary into the forward 50. Brinkhouse again. He's had a great game so far, Brinkhouse. Wrapped up immediately there by Perry. He's over it. He's got to get it out, Brinkhouse. Got to get it out. Ooh, very, very lucky. Umpire Mousley's on his side there. Thought Perry was in for another one.
Umpire's balled it up. Just a short tap out there. Can't see who's got the footy on that far wing. It's very difficult to see.
Yeah. Oh, Raymond picks the ball up. Handball's partially smothered. Comes out the back to Lukey Newnham. Chips the ball up. Misses his target and Lockins at centre half back. Ball comes out the back to Byrne. Byrne inside ball. Scrubby kick. Picked up by Braden Smiley. Smacked forward by Lockins. Wrapped up immediately there was Bakary. Great, big, strong tackle there by Jack Jedwab.
I'll have to turn the lights on here in a minute, Tony.
Yeah, these dark clouds are coming. Ball goes up. Roberts versus Aaron Patterson, just too strong. Roberts wins it down. But no, it's picked up there by Romsey. Ball spat forward again. Wallan's picked it up. Bowden trails it forward. Chris Petroro for Romsey. Can't quite gather it. Ball comes back from Purcell. Tassari leaves it behind. Over the top to Purcell again. Purcell chips it up. Looking in the middle of the ground, centre half forward. Romsey have the numbers here. Aaron Patterson, great contest there. Ball comes at the back. One back by Wallan. Boyle gets the ball. Smart outside kick.
Clever kick. Found the loose man.
Yeah. Looks to be like Valinskas. Valinskas inside ball. Ball's being... Oh, I thought that was a mark. Umpire's called play on. Now he's given a free kick to Petroro.
Quick kick over to Khalil. I think
it's been called back. It's been called back.
He's brought it back. The rain's starting to come now.
We're undercover, so we're all right. That's good to hear. As long as we're looked after. Oh, dangerous ball. Looking in and falls over. Oh, Wallan player there didn't quite pick up the ball, ran past it. The ball's turned over straight down the throat of Gilchrist. Gilchrist back. This ball is pinging around here. Doesn't give us a chance to take a breath. So here Morris. He goes out wider again. That's another shank. Looking for Port. Is Port able to catch it? No, it's Braden Smiley. Did he drop that ball? Umpire's played deliberate.
Little stiff there. I thought he got rid of that. Yeah. Just unfortunately, it went straight over the line.
So Port brings the ball in, finds his target. Goes inside, goes deep inside 50. Ball's got over the back. Romsey have the numbers here, but they've left it behind. Picked up there by Laley. Was that a goal? Yes, he has. He has kicked it. Oh, no, umpires want to confer. I don't think we have a referral system here, guys. I think he's called a goal. He has.
Goal to Wallan. I'm not sure who got
Jake Laley. Jake Laley was on his back.
Jake Laley.
So that's his first of the day.
Well done. He started well as well.
Yeah, so that's a 6-minute market. Good quarter from Romsey so far. It's taken them 6 minutes to Wallan the score. But again, they've made the most of their score again, haven't they? So they're now 5 straight.
5 straight. You can't do any better than that.
Yeah, so Wallan leading 5 straight. 30 to 2, 3, 15 for Romsey.
And both teams are working really hard at the moment. Yeah. You can tell as they're coming off, these boys are spent.
Yeah, we're at the Romsey end of the Romsey interchange end of the ground, and they are absolutely cooked at the moment.
Morris has just come off too. He's had a very good start to this quarter as well.
Well, Way wins the contest down, but it's well extracted there by Gilchrist. Sends this ball deep forward. It's found Gill. Gill's going to go back. No, it's not Gill. It's Krinko, sorry.
Look like Gill.
Yeah,
got the long sleeves on. That was a very good mark. Gill-like.
Yeah. So we'll blame him for it, you reckon?
Yeah, definitely.
It's not our fault.
Not called his name too many times today, Krinko.
So Krinko will be kicking from 45 out on a less than a 45-degree angle. In he comes, kicking with the wind. Look at the goalpost shaking there. I think someone's must have smacked into that.
Left goalpost.
He's done exactly that, but it's just gone too far. Yeah, I think it's gone for the left boundary post there.
Their first blemish.
That's theirs. So maybe this is where Romsey, we're going to see a kick-out strategy for the first time today. We haven't seen one for them.
Let's see the setup for both teams.
So it looks like Khalil bringing it in. Goes in short. And is found in the back pocket, Jax Kinnear. Kinnear chips the ball over again, so they're playing short, sharp football here. Marked by Jedwab down at centre half back. He's come a long way up for finding football. He goes inboard looking for Brinkhouse. Brinkhouse safe hands. He switches, moves on wide, looking for Josh Smiley out here on the wing. Finds Smiley. The lights have come on, Brian. You've called that well.
Just come on, yeah. It's getting dark now.
Tasari gives the handball over the top. Finds Walsh. Walsh puts it under his arm. Gives the handball off to Purcell. Purcell, quick chip over, looking for Hoy. Too strong, too big, Hoy.
Got good hands.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, once you put in front of him like that, Sideshow Bob runs straight past us.
And how well did Romsey work that from the switch? Brinkhouse got in the middle and immediately went and gone. Over the back to Smiley, out to Purcell, Walsh, into Hoy.
Yeah, it was great movement out of the back line, straight from the behind. And you said, let's have a look how Romsey move it as Hoy comes in to kick the goal. Has a shot on goal.
Yeah, don't say the goal just yet.
It's coming back beautifully.
Oh, he's read that beautifully. Nathan Hoy with his first of the day.
Fantastic kick.
So that takes Romsey to 3-21, trailing Wallan 5-1-31.
It was a 16-point lead, which has been cut down to 10 points, and I really feel Romsey needed that next goal.
And now the rain comes.
That's going to make it a closer contest. I don't think
they can get any closer at the moment. We have to separate these people by Velcro at the moment.
It's a real arm wrestle, isn't it?
I'm just not exactly sure. Oh, the ball still hadn't been returned. I thought it got caught up in the net there. So umpire Rainbow stretches it out. Come on, give it off to Sideshow. Give it off. You know you want to. Let Sideshow get some camera time, and he has too.
I'm loving the contest between Ben Way and Jordan Roberts in the midfield. Two big boys. They're hard as nails, and they're just bringing their.
I'm going to be a little bit biased
game
here, and I say I can't wait to see Ben Way in the morning tomorrow at the Suns game, because he's going to be very, very sore boy. So umpire Mousley ready to restart proceedings. Ball goes up. One down by Roberts that time. Picked up, extracted there by Burkett. Ball spat out. Joel DeHaas can't quite pick it up, but goes back in. Jedwab joins him as well. That ball, umpire's not going anywhere.
Just mentioning how sore Ben Way was after that last contest.
Yeah.
He's limping now.
Yeah, so Jack Jedwab's going to take this ruck contest. Jedwab, that's a Falcon, but gets his own clearance. Handball's out to Walsh. Walsh on the run. Chips it in too short. There, it's taken by Mannix. Ball spits out. Umpire has called, and Ben Wade's had to come off. He's hurt his ankle.
I was really looking forward to that contest. They were both big boys just going at it, and it was going to provide highlights for the second half. Shame to see him limping off there.
So Roberts takes the clearance here, drops the ball straight on the ground. Handball out. Jedwab gets a hand in there. It's a throw. Oh, it's called a throw. Oh, no, it's called a throw against Romsey. Wallan had the ball, and it was a handball anyway. Either way, it's a bad call, but doesn't matter. Umpire's got it. Wallan's got it. They send it long down the line, looking for Gill. Goes over his head. Out the back,
Port's
we have
Port.
Port handball off to Boyle. Boyle with the long kick in for Perry. Great, strong mark there.
Beautiful kick.
That's probably the first time that he's been outpointed there, Brinkhouse. And, Matthew Perry, very, very good football in this league. You can't give him too many chances.
And Boyle just had too much space there. Once you give a player like that much space, he's going to hit his target.
Yeah, exactly right. So, Perry, this is going to be a very, very difficult shot at goal here. Looks like Ben Wade might have done the hamstring he's pointing to. Up high on the hamstring.
Big kick. It's not an easy kick in this angle.
And Perry has just very, very narrow side. Gave that nothing to work with
never
there.
Looked like it.
That's the second blemish in a row. So let's see if Romsey can go coast to coast again. So 11 minutes gone for the second quarter. Wallan leading 5-2-32 to Romsey 3-3-21.
It's going to be Khalil to bring it in, I think.
Once they can get the ball back. This is the best part about local footy, isn't it? Trying to find the ball after behind. Jeez, the rain is really coming down too.
It's gone short. Found his Nathan Tasari by the look of it.
Yeah, Tasari goes back into the goal square. Finds the juggling Kane Brinkhouse. Chips it up looking for Khalil. Finds him.
Starting to get his hands on the footy, Khalil.
Yeah. Oh, look for the running past there. Brinkhouse delayed it, but finally gives off. That's an absolute shank off the toe from Brinkhouse. Picked up by Lockins. Handballs back to Tasari. He handballs again. Wrapped up immediately is Brinkhouse, who's slammed to the turf. Petroro picks up smooth hands. Handballs down for DePetro. His ball's spat out the back. This ball is going to be like a bar of soap right now.
Yeah, it's going to be a matter of who can adapt to these conditions the soonest.
Oh, and that'll be a better ball up. Oh, the umpire's called that. Who's on the bottom of that pack there? It was Josh Smiley's.
A lot of numbers around the contest.
Yeah, Jack Jedwab's gone into the ruck here in the injured Nathan Ben Way. So up goes too strong there by Jedwab. DeHaas can't quite track it. This is just going to, ball's just going to ping around here. Comes out somehow to Vianney. Gets it out to Boyle. Boyle, very, very smart kick over the top of Morris's head though. Khalil couldn't quite trap it. Morris puts his head back down and goes in it again, but he's wrapped up. Ball spits out the back. Looking for Boyle again, who's impeded there, but umpire hasn't called it. He handballs back, but it's a nest of Romsey players there. Purcell gets a big kick out, but it's Hayden Gill.
Got numbers back, Wallan. So
Gill, great switch. Good contest there from Patterson. Knocked it away from Port. Patterson goes again, wraps him up. Ball's tipped out to Petro. Sends it long. Nath Hoy, there's no one in the forward 50 here, so it's Nath Hoy or no one. Just kicks it high in the air. It's a race, foot race between Byrne, Wilson and Patterson. Who's going to pick it up? No one. It goes over the back. Wilson picks it up. He chips it over to no one. And that's spoilt through. We don't have a number 27, so I'm not sure who that is.
Not on our board, but that was intelligent punch through for behind there.
It's 22, Longburn. Sorry.
He was outnumbered there, so that was a smart move.
Yeah, I don't know if Hoy's entry to the 450 was the smartest thing, but
wasn't the greatest kick, but
so it's kicked out there
Romsey
by
needs to lock
Byrne.
this in.
Big contest. Lockin's at the front. Ball comes down. Ball goes shoot forward. Nath Raymond picks it up. He's on the bottom of the deck. They've jumped straight on top of him.
So we're at the nearly coming into the 14th minute mark of the quarter. 10-point lead to Wallan. Ball is in Romsey's forward 50. Umpire throws it up. He's let it go.
Gill very unlucky not to get a free kick there. Ball's just bouncing around. Braden Smiley goes in again. He's thrown out of the pack. Picked up there by the captain Mannix, who shanks it out and he's hit a target.
Straight to him.
Yeah, on centre wing. Chips it over the top. And has found his target further down the wing. That's Boyle. He's just getting across the ground.
Just knows where to go, doesn't he?
Yeah, he sends it in. Brinkhouse with the spoil down in front of Perry. Morris overruns it, gets back on top. Perry runs in. His handball over. Misses Gill. Umpire has called too high, free kick to Wallan. Didn't quite see what that was for. Who's going to take the free kick here?
Gill's hanging around that area.
It is Gill, yep.
Going for his third.
You've picked it well, Bryzer. See, you wouldn't know it's your first game, mate.
Even if it wasn't his kick, I think he was going to try and take it.
This is going to be a very tough kick. He's kicking from 50 straight in front, but the rain is coming down now, so this ball's going to be very, very wet. Could slide off the boot at any time here.
It's whoever can adapt to these conditions and play the old-style wet weather footy here.
Let's just say I'm very glad to be under this cover.
Definitely.
With every single other fan in here at the ground. So in comes Gill, gets high under it. That's a fair kick.
He struck it really well. It's just pushed off to the
narrow.
left.
So that's Wallan's third behind for the quarter. That's them leading 5-3-33.
Romsey moving quickly.
3-4-22. The ball's coming back though. Vianney with the high kick in forward. Ball goes through the Romsey player's hands at the back. Braden Smiley can't quite pick the ball up. It's gone out of bounds. The left forward pocket for Wallan.
Conditions have really turned nasty here. Very wet out there.
Even the punters helping us out here by putting the headlights on so we can actually see.
It's in that far corner.
Yeah, umpire Rainbow's going to struggle with this throw in, I reckon. So up comes umpire Rainbow, goes high in the air. Smiley versus Mannix. No one gets the ball. Mannix picks it up, handballs out, finds Morris. Morris's ball is smothered. Ball goes out. He's dumped immediately with Krenko. Romsey, that's the Petro, picks the ball up. Can't quite clear the zone, and Patrick Backery has it at the 50-metre mark on the forward flank. Assesses his options. Goes high, long.
Not a bad effort from
I don't know if he's going for a shot, but it was a fair kick.
Got onto that one.
So he'll be brought in again. So that's 4 points now to Wallan, I believe. It's 5-4-34 to 3-4-22 for Romsey. Ball comes in, looking for Raymond. Raymond and Purcell contest it. Purcell's trying to claim that. Umpire can't pay that, surely. 6 different pairs of hands on that one. The umpire's not falling for that. So it'll be ball up, right half forward on the 50 for Wallan. Ball goes up. Maddox versus Josh Smiley. Smiley wins it down. Comes into the midfield. Ball's kicked up towards the goals. Who has kicked that? Who has kicked that?
Krenko.
Was it Krenko, was it?
Number 4 for Wallan. I believe that was Krenko.
The Wallan faithful love it.
That was a great kick. A great snap on his left.
We've got to pay. We'll just give it to Krenko anyway. Well, good luck.
I believe it was Krenko. Alex Krenko.
So that's 6-4, 30. Is it 6-3? I thought it was 6.
Bit of confusion here with the scoreboard.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they've added that extra point on. I think it's 6-4-40.
6-4-40, yeah. 6-4-40 to 3-4-22.
They're just finding a way to get it forward and keeping it forward, aren't they?
Well, that's true today. They've pulled out of their backsides, but my God, aren't they good highlights in this weather?
Fantastic.
Sorry. So the ball goes up from umpire Mousley. Josh Smiley's got the young fellas in the ruck today. Goes down towards Raymond. He sends the ball long with a scrubby kick inside 50. Great spoil there by Newnham. Ball's kicked out from Wallan and it'll go out of bounds in front of the electronic scoreboard. That is not working, which is making it very hard for us.
It was Gilchrist that got that final kick that trickled over for a throw-in.
So umpire Rainbow really needs to get some distance in this, not height. He's got plenty of height. We want some distance, umpire Rainbow.
The ruckmen are getting ready.
It goes very, very high again. No ruckman gets anywhere near that. Comes down and goes through the legs of Raymond. Spits out the back. Umpires have called for a stop to the play. And a free kick to Gill.
To Gill, believe you.
Again, he's taking it no matter what. So Gill swings around, kicks it high, long. Umpires have called for a stop to the play again. Make it bring him back. What is going on? We're not exactly sure. Umpire Mousley's a bit confused as well, I think.
That's all right. It gives Romsey a chance to reset here. Man up, get numbers back.
Not exactly sure whose ball it is. Are they going to ball it up? We're calling for a ball up.
Looks like it's a ball up now.
Okay.
I think Romsey will take that.
Gill versus Josh Smiley here. Josh Smiley smashes the ball towards the boundary. There's no one out there. And the ball will trickle out again for a repeat stoppage.
Josh Smiley looks a good size, doesn't he?
Not bad for a young kid. I think he'd be maybe early 20s now, I reckon, Josh.
He's got an important job now. It looks like he might be doing a bit of the ruck work.
Doesn't mind a bit of the ink either, Josh. These young bucks spending all their money on tattoos. Umpire Rainbow goes very, very high. Roberts works to the first front with his strength. Comes down to the straight of the feet. That's Vianney on the bottom of that pack.
I think we might see a bit more of this in the second, coming into the last.
I think it's going to be a very hard 5 minutes to call in this game. The ball goes up. Smiley gets to the front, knocks it forward. Petro trying to run through, taps to his advantage. Handball's up. That ball smothered, but follows it up again. That's Newnham. Newnham looks inside, but it's all Gilchrist here. He's dropped an absolute sitter, Gilchrist, and Sherman's on top of him.
He went the overhead mark there. Maybe he had a little bit more time. Maybe you could hear some voices or something behind him. And
I'll let you say that. They're braver than me playing out in this weather.
Nah, exactly.
So
you don't realise how difficult it is until you go out there.
Jack Jedwab gets beaten in the ruck work there. Handballed out. They're going to run it out through Morris. Morris kicks high. Brinkhouse versus Perry. Perry has the set. Hands in the back, I would have thought, but has been called play on. Khalil's got the wheels. Can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Gets around. Handballs off to Brinkhouse. Wants to go back to Khalil. They love the 1-2 with Khalil, who's handballed to the back of Smiley. Wasn't watching. Ball be just bouncing around here at centre half forward here for Wallan. Ball goes up in the air. Gill tries to kick it out of the ground. Ball comes out again. Just Wallan with the numbers at the back of the pack. Kick forward by Crawford. Smothered. Comes out to Braden Smiley. He jabs it on his right boot. Over the top of Patterson's head. It's a race now between Walsh and the big ruckman. Done well there.
Done really well.
Handball from Patterson, missed the target. Wilson with the spin. Loses hold control of the ball. And the ball will be thrown up here, right forward flank for Romsey.
Important 5 or so minutes now. It's an 18-point lead to Wallan.
Ball goes up again. One down there, strong by Roberts.
Just too big.
Braden Smiley handballs out. Mrs. Wilson, great pick up there from Jed Wobb. Handballs out in the strong position. DeHaas can't quite grab it. Ball goes forward. Perry goes for the marker, goes through his. Oh, Gill. He's paid a free kick too high to Gill. Handballs off. Out to Bowden.
Come back to Gill.
Going back to Gill.
He was smothered.
Still pushing Gill. Comes out the back. Ball's gone in the air. There's another one to Wallan. They've kicked another one out of nowhere. Very, very hard to see in this weather.
It's coming down sideways now. I missed who kicked that.
Yeah, I'm not sure who kicked that one either.
It was a fantastic kick nonetheless.
So that takes Wallan to 7-4. 7-4-46. 7-4-46 to 3-4-22. Cora Vianney, we believe, kicked that. Thanks for the crowd helping us out here. Oh, we got a little bit of sunshine. We'll take as we're standing in puddles.
The water coming
everywhere.
From everywhere at the moment.
We got some blocked stormwater drains, I think. Someone could know a plumber.
Deep into the second quarter here.
It's not stuff you usually have to deal with doing commentary, but we'll tough it out just like the players are out there.
Ball's making its way back into the midfield. Umpire has it now. Important couple of minutes here for Romsey. They do not want to concede another goal.
Yeah, this is exactly what we spoke about at the start of the game. They started the quarter on fire and have just sort of lapsed it a little bit the last 10 minutes. And Wallan's come away with 2 goals. So ball goes up. One down by Roberts with a big decisive punch. Burkett tries to trap the ball. He hits the deck and sirens have blown. Got the siren?
I believe so, yeah.
No. People talking in the background. Rainbows come out.
No.
They're out to play. Ball goes up. Too strong, Roberts. Ball comes down. DePetro gets the ball out. Handballs out to Lockins. Lockins kicks the wrong side of the footy.
Bounce just before it went over.
Yeah, the umpire. It was a dead set skiller there from Lockins.
Sideshow Bob says, I'll have it, boys.
Here we go. Sideshow's up.
I've been waiting for this.
Come on, Sideshow. Give us something good. The hair's not looking quite as plump as it usually does with the rain. Sideshow, what a throw.
Amazing.
Look at that. That's why he's the man. One down by Jed Wobb. Wrapped up immediately is Bakary. And they'll repeat the stoppage.
The Rainbow's out for the umpire Rainbow.
Umpire Mousey throws the ball up. Jad Wobb goes the ball. Big small forward, but picked up there. Well by Longbourn. Ball's sent long deep. Well done by Tassari. He's able to get a fist in. But that's got to be a free kick, I would have thought, to Wallan, but no. Well played there by Sidham. Sidham sends it in, looking for Perry out in the left forward pocket. He'll be followed closely by Brinkhouse, and the ball will trickle over out of bounds. So we played 24 and a half minutes. Wallan leading 7-4-46 to Romsey 3-4-22.
Just got a break in the rain here. Waiting for the umpire to throw the ball back in. There cannot be much longer to go.
Umpire Rainbow right in front of the Rainbow. Get this on camera. Umpire Rainbow goes really high with the ball. Gets no distance. Short. Roberts picks the ball. You would have thought the umpire, the two ruckmen would have picked this up by now.
It's just dropping short that end, isn't it?
Yeah, the umpire Rainbow does not get so much distance.
Roberts gets ready.
Oh, Rainbow goes higher again. And the wind's just grabbed it again.
Well, he got the tap out. It's congestion there. Ball's at the ground. I think Roberts got a foot to that. Numbers back for Romsey. It's a bit of a scrap. Ball's being kicked clear. It's just a contested. No one can pick the footy up. Jack Jedbob got the handball out. Smothered kick.
Out comes just a foot race here. Petroro for Romsey versus Gilchrist. Gilchrist is able to run that out. He was out. Oh, he's been paid deliberate. It's a bit stiff there. It was 1 versus 4. He had no real opportunity. So Petroro will bring the ball in. We got people in the crowd taking photos of rainbows here. Must be an exciting day. So in comes Chris Petroro. Sends it. Oh, that's a shank as well off the side of his boot. Did Patterson get a hand to that before it's gone out of bounds?
He's called that on the full.
Yeah, so couldn't quite get a hand to that. Good call from umpire Sideshow Bob. We'll give it to him. He knows the game.
Brian to bring it back in. Goes long. Romsey have numbers back. It's found its way to Longburn. Trickling ball's gone to the right, so that's another behind to Wallan. They keep peppering. They've got the ball locked in. Romsey bring it through. Straight up the guts. Looks like it's Wilson there. Moving it quickly to the far side. A dropped mark there by Romsey. I can't see who that is.
There's the siren.
That'd be the siren.
So at half time we have Wallan leading 7-5-47 and leading Romsey 3-4-22. Wow, it's an extremely interesting first half there, Brian.
It definitely was.
You've had everything in your first game. You've had floods, we've got rainbows, we've got umpire rainbows, we've got sideshow, we've got everything you could need.
There's water coming from above, there's water coming from below. But we're still here. it's a contest. Romsey need to get it a little bit tighter, but I've been very impressed with Wallan, the way they've moved the footy, and especially later in that quarter when the conditions were not the best, they still managed to find a way to get the ball moving forward, and I was very impressed with the way they did that.
Yeah, we did say that the second quarter would really tell us how much advantage that wind had, and the first half of that quarter was all Romsey, and they just slackened off a little bit there, and they were made to pay by a very, very strong outfit.
Yeah, and I think the conditions, I think Wallan just adapted to that really wet conditions. Once the rain came, losing Ben Way halfway through that quarter didn't help as well. So it's going to lean the responsibility is going to lean on the other guys like Hoy and the younger fellas who can get in the ruck and just give them a chop out.
Yeah, so we'll quickly run through the goal kickers here. We think these are correct. For Wallan, we've got one to Matthew Perry, one to Alex Krinko, one to Corey Vianney, one to Jake Laley, two to Hayden Gill, one to Stephen Boyles, a little bit quieter in that quarter, Boyle. And for Romsey, we've got one to Darcy Lockins, one to Sherman, one to Nath Hoy, who's presenting a big option up forward. For them, just hasn't quite got his kicking boots on yet.
Need to get the ball into their forward 50 a little bit more often, don't they, Romsey? Yeah. But full credit to Wallan, the way they've sort of negated Romsey's ball movement forward and been able to rebound quickly and get the ball into the likes of Gill. Morris, the way he moves the ball, he's doing really well. That's a great first half. You got Perry down there with the options. So they've got a lot of talent there, Wallan. So you can see why they've been competitive this year and as good as they've been.
All right, we'll give it a break for half time, and we'll be back just before the third quarter starts. Thanks, guys. And welcome back to Green Hill Reserve here in Wallan in the Bendigo Bank RDFL round 10 match of the round between Wallan and Romsey. Wallan 7-5-47, leading Romsey 3-4-22. Brian, what did you make of that first half, mate?
I think both teams started really well. The challenge now is for Romsey to get back into the game, and the challenge for Wallan is to keep doing what they did in that first half.
I don't know if anyone's just joined us, but if they've just joined us now compared to the last 10 minutes of that second quarter, we are in the same venue. It's just completely changed the weather. We had sideways rain. We had to have the lights on so we could see. Now it's bright sunshine out there, and let's see how this changes the game anymore.
Local footy, you don't know what you're going to get on the day, do you?
So
we've had everything already.
Just catching everyone up, for people that didn't know, Ben Way, the starting ruckman for Romsey, who was having a great start. Looks like he's pulled a very severe hamstring, so he's gone for the day. The Rolls Royce, Romsey's key forward, Jack Jedwab's doing some ruck work as well. There's been young Josh Smiley, he's gone in the ruck. Nath Hoy's gone in the ruck, so looks like they're a little bit hodgepodge at the moment. And looks like we've got Kane Brinkhouse starting. Oh no, it's Braden Smiley starting in there, I believe. So this will be an interesting start here. Romsey, how they're going to adapt, but big Jordan Roberts had a huge first half influence.
Very influential, isn't he? He knows where to go, he knows how to get his hands on the footy, and he knows how to use that big frame of his.
Yeah. So we just wait for umpire Mousley here to signal to call the start of the second half.
The sun is shining, but that ground is very wet. Yeah. The conditions are not great out there.
As the state of our suns as they come back has told us here. So Kane Brinkhouse was in the ruck. Ball's gone down, and umpire has called a free kick to Romsey. Looks like it's going to go to Nath Raymond.
Morris just got over the top of him there.
Yeah, Nath Raymond always on the bottom of the pack here. So he's looking for the run from behind. No one there. Goes long out to the outer wing. Looking for Purcell, goes over his head and is marked well there by Wallan. They turn the ball forward towards Gill. Gill on the half forward, centre wing, sorry. Couldn't get that word out.
Looks like Morris has the footy now, I believe. They're moving the ball pretty well, trying to keep keepings off at the moment, hitting their targets. Vianney now with the ball. Try to centre it again. Romsey need to sort of get their mind back on the job here. Great contest there, well punched. Wallan get there first. Quick handball. Morris again sends it wide. It's gone straight to Romsey.
That's Braden Smiley, the first gamer, sends the ball inside 50 and finds Purcell. That's a great kick. Romsey did start the second quarter very well as well, so this is Corey Purcell going for his first for the day.
Not really mentioned him too often.
No, he's been involved in a lot of handballs he's had today, a lot of linked up and chain, but not a lot of line breaking that we're used to from Corey. So, be interesting to see. He's going to be kicking with the wind here blowing across the face of goal.
Difficult kick, but I think this will set the tone. If he can get this one early for Romsey, I think they're back in the game.
And let's see if he does kick the goal, how the reaction from the Romsey players are, because they need to get up and about at the moment. So in he comes, very, very slow approach, getting the maximum screen time he can. On the trot now. Purcell sends it on its way.
He likes it as soon as it's left his footy.
That's a great kick. Corey Purcell with his first.
That's a fantastic kick.
Great start for the second half for Romsey.
I was watching him there, Tony. As soon as the ball left his foot, the arm was straight up in the air. He loved it.
That's when you know a good celebrator, don't you? The second it comes off the foot.
So let me know, boys. Let me know.
Wallan now leading 7-5-47 to Romsey 4-4-28.
Important goal. That first goal in the third quarter is always important.
Yep. And now what they need to do is not what happened in the second quarter and Wallan to answer back so quickly. So
correct.
You know, Jedwab's into the midfield now. He wasn't getting a lot of it forward, so he's gone into the midfield. Kane Brinkhouse, who was dominating Matthew Perry in the first half, he's gone into the ruck due to the needs they've got. So this is a little bit of a hodgepodge lineup here from Romsey. Let's see how it works.
That ball's that's lost over in the hill again. They've retrieved it now. It's on its way back. It gives every player just another minute to get their breath, reassess for the quarter, and get their mind back on the job. It's cold out there. The boys need to keep warm. The ball's on its way back now to the umpire. Important goal that for Romsey. They're back there into 19 points now. Umpire in the middle now has the football. Teams are set. Roberts in the ruck has had a really good game at this stage. The challenge now is to keep going. Umpire throws it up. Roberts gets the tap. It's come out. Jack Jedwab has got the free kick there. I think it was a bit too high. He's going to send it forward. That big rake and right footer. Hoy was on the end of it, couldn't take the mark. Crumbed here by Romsey, I believe that's Lockins. Gets the handball, smothered. It's a contested footy, probably about 60 metres from Romsey's goal, and the umpire says, I'll have it.
I'd love to see how that was a high tackle on Jack Jedwell, considering Steve Morris is about 6 inches shorter than him, but it's all right.
He's gone very high there, hasn't he?
So the ball comes out in the contest. Aaron Patterson leads the attack. Oh, he's had his head down there.
Umpire's called play on. Both teams are getting stuck in at the moment. The ball's come out. Not really, still in there. Scrappy, contested numbers around the footy. Umpire says, all right, boys, I'll have it.
So we balled up just the Romsey side of the centre square. Ball goes up. Brinkhouse wins the tap out down. Comes out the back looking for Braden Smiley. Can't pick the ball up. Shot off the foot there by Krenko. Ball comes out. Jedwab on the bottom of the pack again. Puts his head down and he's taken another high free kick. He doesn't mind throwing the head back on Jedwab, does he?
Umpire's rewarded him there. Got his head over the footy.
So Jedwab looks forward. Sends it low, bullet in and hits Darcy Lockins.
Has ended up with the footy here.
It'd be 45 out straight in front.
I think Jack Jedwab, he's starting to have a couple of good minutes here.
Yeah, and this is the good thing about Jack. Oh, handball's off from Lockins. Jack from 50 gets under it. The ball's going to go wide, going to go to the right.
I think he feels like he might need to step up now that he's been thrown in the middle and just provide that option.
Yeah. And that's one of the key things that Jack has. If he's not getting the ball up forward, he can go in the midfield, and he's got great skills. So he can do it all, Jack. Ball comes out from Wallan to the left forward flank, the left half-back flank, and that is that Gill? Gill's giving away the free kick. De Petro will have the ball now. De Petro looks inside, chips it up over the head of Hoy. Out the back, Purcell, great sliding mark.
It's funny, now the sun's getting in people's eyes, and he lost track of the footy there, the Wallan player. I don't know who that was, but Romsey have ended up with the footy here, and they're going to get another set shot and goal.
So this will be a great start to the quarter for Purcell if he can kick 2 in a row.
He started this quarter really well.
Let's see if he... what's the celebration? You call the goal, Brian.
Right, he's lining it up. He's on the other side than what he was before. He'd probably bet the same distance. Important kick here for Romsey.
Getting plenty of screen time, Corey Purcell.
He's run in.
He didn't like that one at all.
Pushed it to the left.
Shook his head on that one. He knows it off the boot.
He knows as soon as it hits the foot what it's doing. So that brings Romsey back within 17 points there. Pepper in the goals here.
4-6-30, trailing Wallan 6-5-47. As we wait for the ball to be returned. Looks like it'll be brought in here by Byrne. Or is it Gilchrist? Gilchrist, I think. Yeah, it'll be brought in by Gilchrist. The ball's gone down the back of the hill here at Green Hills Reserve. It's hard to get that ball. We're trying to fill in time. So in comes Brodie Gilchrist. Romsey have had plenty of time to set up here, so there should be no loose Wallan players anywhere. Gilchrist comes out to the broadcast side, goes up. Jedwab slips over. It's a big contest, goes to the ground.
Free kick to Wallan here.
Oh, played on quickly. Gill. He's played on. Ball shanked off the handball out by Mannix. Ball goes out. We're not exactly sure. Everyone's just got their hands up here. We're not sure what's going on. But it'll be thrown in right in front of the coach's box for Wallan.
It's an important start here for Romsey. They're getting their hands on the footy.
Yeah, they need to keep this up here. So this set of clearances, this boundary throwing clearance is all important. Jedwab's out the back here. No one on him. Brinkhouse versus Roberts. Roberts gets in front with the big frame. Taps it down. Lockins hits it forward. Oh, that's too high for the Wallan player, surely. No, umpires let that flow. And be balled up right in front of the coach's box. I'm not sure who that was,
but he just put his head over the footy and probably deserved a free kick in the end.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
Umpire's got the footy. He's ready to throw it up. Another contest. I think it's Brinkhouse got over the top of Roberts there. Great tackle there on Jedwab. Umpire says, I'll have it. It's got it pinned in here. Heavy numbers around the footy. Umpire throw it up again. It'll be Brinkhouse against Roberts. Brinkhouse gets in front, gets the tap down. Ball's bouncing around. Darcy Lockins ends up with the handball. Khalil got caught there. Darcy Lockins goes again, taps it out. Umpire says deliberate. So it'll be a free kick to Wallan on the wing.
That's going to hurt too, because they were all in there. So out come Wallan. Boyle brings it up. Heads it up to the half-forward line.
Dropped short.
I thought that Mark was going to be taken there by Tassari. Spilt it out. Ball goes down. The ball is just bouncing around on this wet surface. Jedwab lays on top of Gilchrist and the ball will be bounced up right in front of us here. Centre wing, broadcast side.
The slippery conditions, obviously with all the rain we had in the end of the second quarter.
Roberts holds the front position, gets his own clearance. Handballs out the back, finds Morris. Morris kicks it high in the air. Romsey have numbers out the back here. Kinnear spoils, ball goes back. Runs out in front of Walsh and Corey Vianney. So
good attack on the footy there by Vianney.
Yeah, this is probably the easiest part to call right in front of us here, Brian. So
it is.
I'll let you take this, mate. Off you go.
Roberts puts his hand up. Brinkhouse puts his hand up and says, "Let's go." Umpire throws it in. It's gone. Umpire Rainbow, I reckon that was.
Yeah, he's got some distance on that one,
managed to
Rainbow.
get his hand on the footy. Vianney grabs it. Fieldingski's in there as well. Ball's bobbing around. It's a contested footy there. Wallan's got their hands on the footy. I think that was Laley. Wrapped up. Umpire says, "I'll have it, boys."
Jack Jedwab has laid more tackles than he's had possession so far today in this quarter. He is just wrapping everyone up that goes anywhere near him.
He's leading from the front at the moment. Umpire throws it up. Contested footy. Romsey get their hands on it. I think the run comes from Smiley.
Out to Wilson. Wilson goes long looking for Hoy. Spoiled well there from the Wallan player. Hoy's first back to his feet. Joel DeHaas is over there to help him out but can't keep it in. It'll trickle out right in front, right in between the old scoreboard and the light tower. Centre, half forward flank.
Sideshow Bob.
Sideshow Bob.
Can't even recognise him out there.
He's left us. He doesn't want nothing to do with us today, Sideshow. So in he comes. Sideshow throws the ball in. Roberts gets to the front, taps it forward. Raymond picks up the clearance, sends it on the right boot forward, looking for Burkett. Gets spoiled from him. It'll go out in the left forward pocket for Romsey.
Looked like a good spoil by Love there, I think it was. Important fist in there.
Yeah, Burkett went for the mark on the chest with the safer option here with the wet ball. Gave him time to get in.
He's holding his own in the ruck at the moment, but Roberts must have a good engine on him for a big fella. He's done a lot of rock work today.
I'm cramping just watching him, so here we go, Sideshow. Big throw in. It's important. Hoy wins the tap out at the back. Purcell dives on the ball. He's got to get it out. Ball spits out towards Wilson. And he's wrapped up immediately by two Wallan players. That ball's not going nowhere.
Just got tight again, hasn't it, the contest here? Both teams giving it their all. Slippery conditions out there. Umpire throws it up. You Brinkhouse and Roberts again. Roberts gets the tap down. Chases his own footy. Good work. Umpire's whistle is blown and it's a free kick for Romsey.
Looks like Hoy's going to take that free kick. I'm not exactly sure what it was for. It looked like a clean handball from me.
No, I thought Roberts did really well there for a big man to get down so low. Unfortunate there.
But Darcy Lockins had about a 30-second rest. He's coming back on. So Hoy, this is probably a bit further out, but in a similar angle to what Purcell kicked his first one from this quarter. This is going to be an almighty kick if he can nail this.
He's got the big boy Roberts on the mark, I believe.
Those long levers of Hoy send the ball a long way. Comes in, hunchback approach, kicks it high, gets high up under it. It's not going to make the distance. Jedwab flies, spoiled down. Ball comes out cleared by Cox. He goes back looking dangerously towards the goal, and Maddox is able to run it through.
Rush behind for Romsey there.
Yeah, so that takes Romsey to 4-7-31, trailing Wallan 6-5.
7-5. So 16-point lead here at the 12-minute mark of the third quarter.
Gill has the ball, half-back flank. Looks down the wing. Big Roberts is the target. Big fly, and Roberts just too big, too strong. Great mark on centre wing. Roberts again looks for that handball for the run from behind. See, he does it again. Ball goes up from Vianney. Tassari with the spoil down. Boyle's on the ground. The ball gets kicked out of his hands. Good, big contest there. And he's come off sore as the Wallan player. It was a huge contest.
Romsey come out with the footy, but that's a shank. I think it's landed in the play before it's trickled out, and it'll be a boundary throw in. Probably on the wing here.
Yeah, Sean Morris has come up ginger from that last contest. That was a big contest between him and Khalil.
Roberts again in the ruck against Jedwab.
Umpire Rainbow. No distance again. Height. She gives them plenty of time to get in. Ball's batted around like volleyball, and the ball will be taken straight back out of bounds with a huge gang tackle of Lukey Newman, Corey Purcell, and Jack Jedwab. So Jedwab will go up in the ruck again against Roberts. This umpire Rainbow's given plenty of time for the defending
that was
ruckman.
nice.
Oh, that was a nice one.
Straight over the back of the ruck contest.
Purcell, he's wrapped up immediately. Ball spills out from his hands. DeHaas is pushed over. Comes out from Wallan through the centre. That is Port. Port has the ball. He's built it. Lockins picks it up. His handball's intercepted by Evans. Ball goes out wide. Lockins in again. Chaps it forward. Gets up again. Interrupted there by Josh Smiley, his teammate. Lockins was away there and has been wrapped up there on left half forward for Romsey.
Important stage of the game here, Tony. Probably halfway through the third quarter. Next goal is very important.
Yeah, and Wallan are going to come home with this spree, so Romsey really need to start capitalising on this play here.
Need to make their run now. Wrapped up there by Romsey.
Another repeat stoppage.
Yeah, and we're probably going to see a little bit more of that in this second half. It's not going to be a free-flowing half.
No. As long as the rain stays away, I'm happy.
The conditions have put an end to that, but we've got a contest on our hands. Big Roberts gets the ruck tap. Kick forward by Romsey.
Looking for Angus Story.
Story, the big fella, gets
trips
down
over
low.
his own feet. Oh! DeHaas had his head ripped off. Ball goes back in. Brinkhouse worries him out of it. Didn't have the ball. Oh, Jedwab goes in hard with his head down. His umpire paid that?
No, he said,
I'll have it. Oh.
Not sure he really saw it. He went in hard there, Jedwab.
Yeah, he had a few cheapies in the start of the quarter, so I think the umpire's just a bit of an evener up. The ball goes up, no one wins the tap out down. Jedwab picks it up right, and he's immediately wrapped up by Vianney and Boyle.
Another stoppage.
Let's go umpire sideshow. Zoom in nice and close on him, Cam. We want to see him. Sideshow throws the ball in. Josh Smiley's in the ruck now, comes down to Jedwab. Great pick up off the ground for a big fella, but he's wrapped up immediately by Roberts.
Oh, he's called holding the footy.
Oh,
stiff.
Geez, that's a tight call. But we love the umpires. They do everything right.
Not sure. This might be the captain here.
It's a long kick forward. Trying to find Gill. Ball spoiled well from behind by Kinnear. Ball is spits out Romsey's way. Angus Story can't bend over and pick it up. Purcell comes in. He's on the ground. He's wrapped up immediately by Mannix. Story goes back in. Ball spits out the back towards Patterson.
A lot of congestion.
And it's been a free kick to Aaron Patterson. Yeah, straight into the back. So
umpire's called play on here.
Oh, he has wheeled around too. He's kicked it, looking for Hoy. Goes over his head and will go out of bounds in the right forward pocket for Romsey. Not sure what the play on call was for.
Deep in Romsey's forward 50 now. It looks like they've got Story forward now, maybe centre half forward just to provide a bit more height.
Yeah, I think with Way going down, that threw out their rotation. So, umpire Rainbow's thrown that sideways.
It's nearly come back to him.
Hoy's kicked it out and called umpire boomerang, you reckon? Mannix on the bottom of that pack. Ball spits out the back towards Wilson. Jams it on his boot, but it looks like it's going to be out of bounds on the full.
Just that quick kick, he was under pressure and he just had to throw it on his boot. Unfortunately, he's gone out for Romsey on the full. Wallan to bring the ball back in deep. They've hit their target.
That's Boyle again.
Boyle, he just knows how to get into good positions, doesn't he?
Maybe his lack of height helps him get around without anyone on him, because there doesn't seem to be anyone near him today.
Tell you what, Morris is racking up the posies as well, and that's a good switch for Wallan. Over there on the far side, they're bringing it forward on probably mid-wing to a contest. Purcell's coming into the game more this quarter.
Ball goes out the back to Crawford, who can't quite keep the ball in. So we'll have a throw in, centre wing, out of side.
17-minute mark of the quarter. Romsey is 16 points down. Wallan 7-5 to Romsey's 4-7.
Ball gets thrown in. Roberts, all uncontested, spills the ball, comes down, kicked out there by Jedwab. Going forward, looking for Angus Story, who lets the ball go out of bounds. So it'll be another throw in just inside the 50 for Romsey.
Not been much ball movement up into Wallan's forward half.
Oh, a little bit of chatter going on there between. It looks like Corey Purcell was involved in a bit of pushing stuff behind the play. One of the Wallan players has had his shirt removed.
Umpire throws it in. Story in the ruck. Grabs it out of the ruck. Tries to get a handball. Ball's spilt forward. Ball picked up. I think Gilchrist got his hands in there.
Oh, great fend off there by Wallan. They come out to the commentary side, but it's turned over. Khalil's out just to switch it off. Can go over if he wants to. No, he's been shut down. Goes back inboard. Finds Smiley. Smiley at centre half forward, probably 60 metres out from goal. He's got to make most of this entry here because Romsey really have to start putting this on the scoreboard, this play.
They've locked it in well this quarter, haven't they?
He's going back to have a shot, is he? This is going to be a big, big kick. He's turned his back on the play, so you want to hope that he nails it now, because one thing you should never do as a key forward is turn your back on the play.
Josh Smiley has the football. He's walking in now to have a set shot. Numbers are on the line. Sends it forward. It's deep. Wallan got their hands on the footy, and it's rushed through for a behind.
Yeah, rushed through there by Vianney. Smart football. So that takes Romsey to 4-8-32, trailing Wallan 7-5-47.
They've moved the ball quickly. He's already up on the wing. Romsey have the football wrapped up in a tackle. Umpire says, I'll have it.
Yeah, Dean Walsh. Haven't called him too much today, Dean Walsh. He's been called back up recently from the reserves, but I think he wants to start getting his hand a bit more of it today.
The Wallan have identified that they need to move the ball quickly in the back line.
Yeah, so the ball's smashed away there by Josh Smiley, picked up well by Raymond, comes back to Smiley this way, great evasion skills, sends the ball in forward. It's a scrubby kick forward. That's a great tackle. That's going to be played holding the ball, surely. No.
Umpires let it go.
Shoulder Haas, very stiff there. Ball's come out, Romsey sent it forward, looking for, but not quite finding Raymond. The ball goes out of bounds in front of Sean Morris, right in the right forward pocket here for Romsey.
He's everywhere, Morris, at the moment.
Yeah,
Wallan's got numbers back.
You can see him sucking the big ones after that stoppage too. So umpire Boomerang, we're going to call him now because the last one went back to him. So go straight up in the air.
Rainbow's back.
Yeah. Oh, Hoy's up and down before the ball even got to him. Well clear there by Roberts. It's good. It's all here. Romsey here. They got the numbers. Braden Smiley bounces away from him. Sidham can't get his foot to the ball. But look at the number. There's one person in the Wallan's forward half of the ground, and that's Nathan Sassari.
Yeah, to the left of screen, there's like one person.
Yeah.
And the congested numbers around the footy at the moment, it's going to be hard to move this footy.
So ball goes up. Brinkhouse versus Roberts. Brinkhouse wins it down to Jedwab, who's wrapped up immediately, and he's not getting that ball
they're
out.
straight on to Jedwab now.
Yeah, they know he's the man that they're trying to hit to.
He started the quarter really well.
Yeah. And who's sitting on him? It looks like Vianney's sitting on him now, so they've gone to him. Brinkhouse versus Roberts again. No one really wins that out. Ball goes straight back to ground, pops out the side, and who's that on the bottom of the pack? It looks like Jedwab again. No, it's Raymond. Raymond this time on the bottom of the pack.
So Wallan have a 15-point lead at the 20-minute mark of the third quarter. Ball is stuck in the middle. Umpire throws it up. Brinkhouse back in the ruck against Roberts. Roberts got the tap out, I think. Congested footy. There's numbers around the ball. Well tackled there by Romsey, just trying to move it forward with anything at the moment.
That looked like it was a pass straight out of state origin. There was a nice throw there from the Wallan player.
Umpire says, I'll have it.
This ball has not moved for about probably 90 seconds. We've had 4 restarts. So that's how it shows you how much possession people are around that area.
I think it shows that both teams know how important the next goal is.
Yeah, exactly right. So again, we'll have another repeat stoppage. There is now 0 players in the forward half for Wallan.
She's tightened right up now.
Yeah, we've got Hayden Gill, we've got Nate Sassari and Jackson Kinnear at the centre circle, and they are the deepest players for Wallan. Ball goes up, ball goes straight back down. Brinkhouse jumps straight on top of, was it Sidham, I think? I think it was Sidham there underneath the bottom of that pack. So this ball is not going anywhere at the moment with this.
How important is Roberts? He's rucked this whole quarter, I believe.
He's rucked the whole game pretty much.
Yeah.
So ball comes out, Braden Smiley, he's wrapped up and dumped. There's going to be some very, very sore boys at the end of today, because when they're getting tackled really, really hard.
Yeah, it might get a little bit niggly too with all these close contacts.
So umpire Mousley throws the ball up, one down by Roberts at the back, comes to DePetro, his ball spills out, Sidham's ball is smothered, goes back towards Brinkhouse, and they just all jump back on top again. And we'll repeat the exact same play for the last 2.5 minutes now.
Brinkhouse, how much ruck work do you reckon he gets?
I don't reckon I've ever seen him play in the ruck.
He's holding his own at the moment.
Yeah, and there's the siren gone for very, very short quarter. 22.5 minutes. Wallan leading 7-5-47 to Romsey 4-8-32. Romsey did everything except put on the scoreboard at that quarter, Brian.
They got right back in the game there. It was a contested quarter. Both teams. The challenge, that we mentioned at halftime, the challenge was for Wallan to keep going. I think Romsey lifted that quarter. They brought their intensity, kept the ball in their forward half. I thought was really important and managed to just keep it there. They set up the ball really well. Wallan, to their credit, didn't concede too many goals. They still hold a 15-point lead, but this last quarter is very important now. It's up for grabs.
Yeah, and this is what Romsey now have to repeat the effort that Wallan just provided, kicking into the wind. They have to be just as miserly. they now have to kick 3 goals to get in front leading into the win.
Yeah, it's not been the scoring end to the left of screen.
They can't just go the Wallan perspective and just go defend, because Romsey have to attack from the outset of this quarter to make as most as they can to try and get this lead back.
Yeah, correct. The ball wasn't left of screen too often into Wallan's forward 50 that quarter, but what they did well was not concede too many goals, and that is the scoring end. Wallan held their own. They've still got their nose in front, 15 points, but again, kicking with the win can sometimes be a mental battle. Just because you've got the win doesn't mean you've got that advantage, and Romsey will be coming this last quarter.
Yeah, and look, if I was the coach right now, I'd be saying to the Romsey players, caution to the win, guys. You've got to go out and win the game. Can't save it. Yep. You're behind the game. Kicking into a 2 to 3 goal win. Go out there, throw all caution to the wind, and just give it all out attack. And we've seen in the AFL that sometimes those games are the best games they play. They go back to a structure, and the teams can't keep up to it. So
that's right. You can't take anything for granted. Wallan will be happy with their effort that quarter. They'll know that they've got the scoring end this last quarter. Romsey will know that as well. So it's going to have to be a real battle for Romsey, and they're going to have to bring it this last quarter.
Yeah, I know you and I have both sung his praises all day, but big Jordan Roberts, he's been astronomical today. Romsey have had 4 different ruckmen, and I don't think I've seen Roberts anywhere other than where the ball is.
No, exactly. I don't think I've not seen him come off the ground. He may have. I've just not seen it. But he just keeps going. He's just a brute of a man. He just knows how to get into the contest.
And as we mentioned towards the last little bit of that quarter where it just kept being stop after stoppage, Roberts is getting smashed.
Yep.
You know, Ben Way smashed him in the first half with big, heavy context, and then even Kane Brinkhouse in that third quarter there was hitting the body hard.
Yep.
But Jordan's still there and still winning the tap out, so he must have a super fitness base.
Well, Jed Wobb went in there, smashed into him. I've enjoyed watching Kane Brinkhouse in the ruck. I think he held his own that quarter, but you can't go past Roberts in the ruck. He's played 3 quarters of fantastic football, and he just keeps presenting, doesn't he?
And we mentioned it early on as well. Smart footballer again. He took a big contested mark here on the broadcast wing, and what did he do? He waited for someone to come from behind. He knows he hasn't got the best skills.
Yep.
But what did he do? He waited, and Wallan players knew if he's getting the ball, run past.
Exactly.
It's nice and easy to get a handball receive with no one on you, isn't it? It's nice and uncontested position. You don't have to do anything. He does all the hard work for you. So good luck to him, I reckon. I mean, we're in for a great last quarter here.
Sign of a great ruckman. He knows his limits, and he's passing off to guys like Morris. He's had a fantastic game. Port has provided the run in the back line, but who's that other guy? Sidham's getting into that quarter. He got into that quarter a lot, and just their runners, they've got to just keep running now and provide that option for him.
So your first game today, Brian, how have you enjoyed it so far?
I've enjoyed it. We've had a bit of everything. Melbourne weather, 4 seasons in one day. The contest has been really good. We knew from the start of the day, it was 3rd against 4th, how important this game is for both teams. I've enjoyed the battle, really. Both teams are bringing it, and I'm looking forward to this last quarter.
And you know, Romsey have the bye next week. Wallan have Macedon next week, so Wallan's run doesn't get any easier. And you can see right now, Sherman is ripping into this team. He knows that this means more than anything to them because they can't go into the bye losing 4 out of 5 games. That just cannot work for a team that thinks that they're a genuine premiership contender. So Wallan, I wouldn't think that they're trying to save the game here. So if they go into their shells, Romsey could really attack. But if Wallan continue this up, I think Wallan wins by 2 to 3 goals.
It's a big 4 points for both teams, isn't it? I mean, Romsey, like you said, cannot afford to lose another one before the bye because I believe their run home, it doesn't get any easier.
No.
Wallan, to their credit, have lost the last couple, but they started the season really well. They need to get back on the winners list and set the second half of the season up for them.
And we spoke to Captain Michael Mannix before the game. I don't think he could say anything bad about the young kids out there today. You know, everyone is... Really, both coaches, they can't complain with how their team's competed. Like, not one player out there today hasn't competed when it's been their turn to go.
No,
and
correct.
There's some small bodies out there and some big bodies, you know what? And I think everyone's going to be sore tomorrow, no matter what size you are, because when they're getting hit, they're staying hit too.
It's good old-fashioned local footy, in it. And they are, Wallan are a good unit. I mean, Michael Mannix, pleasure to talk to him before the game. He's got the team working the way they want to work. They're playing their own brand, they bring their own style, and today they're showcasing it.
You can see him right now in front of us, centre half back. instructing the troops who's going to go to who stands where. They know that the first 5 minutes of this quarter is absolutely crucial to the outcome of the game.
1 quarter to go. Let's do it. Both teams are bringing it.
Umpire Mousley holds the ball off, waiting for the siren to start the last quarter.
The rain's on its way again.
Nath Hoy's got in the ruck now to try and get over top of Jordan Roberts. So in goes Roberts, wins that down easily. Out the back, Morris leads in the race back. Toe pokes it forward, but the ball spilt out there. Brinkhouse goes back in top of it again. He's had a huge game. Brinkhouse and Raymond try and fight for the ball in the bottom of the pack. Ball comes out the back. Boyle's on the bottom of that one, and he's wrapped up immediately there by Will DePetru.
It's a scrap. Yeah. It's what we're going to see for the next 20 minutes, but not surprising to see Boyle on the bottom of that pack.
Yeah. So umpire ball throws the ball up again. Roberts just too big, too strong for Hoy there. Smashes the ball forward. Petroro can't pick the ball up. On the bottom of the pack is Vianney. He had a big third quarter, Vianney, and he's straight back on the bottom of the pack again. So umpire will repeat the stoppage. We're just inching closer towards Wallan's goal. Hoy wins that tap out down. Goes out the back. Boyle this way, that way, through traffic and magically. But it's marked there by the Romsey defender in Kinnear, who goes out wide and has missed his target in Raymond. That's disappointing there. If you're going to play on from the back line, you've got to hit your target.
He had time, didn't he? He didn't need to run as quickly as he did, but he has.
So the dark clouds are starting to come over again, and these lights are really starting to pay effect. Great lighting system here at Wallan.
Umpire throws it in. It's another contested ruck. I think Roberts got the tap out. Wallan pushed it forward. He's wrapped up. Manages to get a kick forward. Umpire, what's happened here? I think he's called it back. Umpire said, I'll have it. I think he's going to throw it up.
Yeah. So who's Hoy versus Roberts, deep in Wallan's forward line. Hoy goes early, but Roberts wins the tap out down. Comes out from the Wallan players, has a flying shot at goal, but he's kicked it narrow. So that is 7-6-48. Wallan leading Romsey 4-8-32.
It'll be interesting to see how Romsey can manage to bring the football out from their back.
Oh, Khalil's dangerous play, runs on, touches on the ground, goes high in the air looking for Hoy, goes through his hands out the back to Love. Love, he sends the ball straight back forward looking for Gill. That's spoiled there by Kinnear. The ball's on the ground, comes out to Brinkhouse, who shovels it back towards Khalil. His ball's partially smothered again. Smacked forward by Jedwab. Lockins is in there. Jedwab again, second effort. Handball's out. Picked up there by DePetro out to Purcell. His handball over the top. Finds DeHaas. Handball's inside for Patterson. Patterson's ball smothered. Great smother there. Port can't quite gather it. Goes out the back to Purcell again. The ball's just Romsey trying to wheel the ball forward, but it's kicked back towards Wallan's goal.
Romsey pushed all the numbers forward, and Wallan are through now at the moment. They've got their
picked
hands
up
on
by
the
Morris.
footy.
Oh, he's dropped the ball cold. Just cold.
He had time.
Kinnear. The ball goes straight in there. Great contest there by Brinkhouse. Comes down to Gill, who's dumped hard by Tassari. Braden Smiley tracks the ball out in front of Crawford.
They were out there, Wallan. They had numbers forward.
Morris just dropped the ball cold. I don't know what he was thinking. I think he didn't realise he had that much time.
A let off there for Romsey. Umpires grab the football. He's going to throw it back in.
Let's go umpire boomerang. Give this one a good one.
Not surprising to see Roberts in the ruck. Hoy's in there as well for Romsey. Pretty even contest there. Romsey have the footy. They've moved it forward. Umpires called a free kick to Romsey, I believe.
It's going to go to Nathan Raymond by the looks of that. Yeah, Nathan Raymond in the left back pocket for Romsey. Goes back to the goal square.
Switches on.
Finds Petroro. Petroro goes out this way and looking for Tassari. Finds him well with a great left foot kick. Tassari goes in board. Looking for and finding Khalil, bounces off that chest. Oh, Boyle comes in hard too and stands up and runs away with the ball. Comes out, Brinkhouse, little left foot chip, finds Purcell. He's dropped it as well. He's trying to claim the mark, but there's no way. That definitely hit the ground.
He's wrapped up. The umpire says, I'll have it, boys.
Yeah. And Braden Byrne gave it to him as well on the ground.
He tried to claim the mark, didn't he?
Right in front of the coach's box, Hoy goes up, hits the ball down to Raymond, gets the handball away. Wallan's turned the ball over. Big tackle on Vianney by Raymond. That's a huge tackle there. Give it a little bit of a push and shove. Get to know acquaintances. Nice and tight.
Yeah, it's been a close contest. There's bodies everywhere at the moment. Umpire will throw it in.
Let's go, Sideshow. Give it a big one.
Rain comes tumbling down again.
One down by Roberts. Goes through Jedwab's legs. Picked up and immediately dumped there is DePetro, I think. Oh, Jedwab just launched Byrne out of the contest. Get off my mate, he says.
Umpire turned a blind eye. He said, I want to throw this up again, lads.
It was Lukey Newton on the bottom of the pack, sorry. Hoy wins the tap out down to Jed Wobb. Jams it on the right boot. Over the back, through to Haas. Oh, too high. That's going to be Port's free kick, surely.
Umpire's done well to pick that up.
Burkett's had a dog of a day, and that continues with that sloppy free kick. I think it's Love, sorry. I thought it was Port. Love assesses his options. Going to go back to where the traffic is, I think. Sends it back down the line, just a little short chippy, but Brinkhouse with the spoil. Ball comes out to Mannix, finds Gill. Port sends it long inside 50, looking for Perry. Interrupted by Raymond. Handball's out to Brinkhouse. His handball's interrupted by Morris. Chips it over the top. Oh, Braden Smiley's gone to ground. Looks like we're running into an open goal here. Was Laley handballed over to the captain Mannix.
Mannix has pushed forward there, and he's got a very important goal.
And that's a huge goal. First goal of the last quarter. Takes him to 8-6-54. Leading Romsey 4-8-32.
Just keeping an eye on him here. I think he's running back to the back line. So he's pushed forward, provide the numbers forward, provide another option, and he's saluted there. It was a great...
He's been rewarded too. And the crowd love it too. They're getting around their skipper.
Yeah, getting high fives from everybody. Good goal, important goal. 6-minute mark of the last quarter.
Yeah, we all said the first goal of the last quarter was going to be the all-important one. And, well, what can you say? Captain's run down the whole length of the field, provided the overlap run. And again, Jake Laley handballs over the captain. He's given his spot another very safe spot for next week.
Yeah, I reckon
They're not silly, these footballers, are they?
Michael Mannix would have enjoyed that. Ruck contest in the middle.
Ball comes out. Handballed out there by Crawford to Wallan's way. Ball's just in another bunch of plays. Jedwab's just diving in left and right.
These tackles have got to be hurt at this stage of the game.
Yeah, and the rain comes down. I thought we were going to get a little bit of sunshine there, but the rain's come down again. Patterson's thrown out of the pack.
There'll be a lot of sore boys tomorrow.
Yeah.
Umpire grabs it from the ground. He says, I'll have it, boys. Let's throw it up. Roberts again in the ruck for Wallan. It's a free kick here to Wallan.
He's earned that, Roberts. He's had a huge day in the ruck. They've been all over him. He's earned that free kick. Yeah. Again, look for the run from behind.
He's going to have a kick, so we'll see his kicking style.
He's got underneath it. It's a big kick, though.
70 metres.
Comes out via Romsey. Khalil in the back pocket. Gets a foot to it.
Romsey rebound here.
They've dropped the ball. That's a Jedwab somehow. Jedwab with a long kick down the line looking for Sherman. Sherman's outnumbered 3-1, 4-1. And it's one away there by Wallan easily. Sends the ball back. That's a mark there by Love. Love swings around, sends it deep. It's all Romsey. Oh, it's a big push there by Gill. Surely got to pay that umpire. Oh, he hasn't.
No, he's let it go.
Oh, my God.
2 hands in the back.
He had 2 hands on both numbers there.
In fairness to the umpire, he was probably blindsided. He was on the other side, so
Hayden Gill will line up for his third. This will really seal the game here for Wallan. So Hayden Gill, in he comes. What's he doing here? It's a bit of 50-minute penalty.
Looks like it's a 50, yeah.
Oh, undisciplined there from Romsey again.
That's the second one for the day. It's going to cost him a goal.
Yeah, done the exact same thing. So Hayden Gill kicks his third.
He's had a good game, Gill. He's just presented all day, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's one of the focal points for them up forward.
Yeah, Mannix mentioned him at the start of the game in a pre-game interview with him, you know, splitting his juice between here and the VFL, and you can see the class that he has. So that takes Wallan to 9-6-60, leading Romsey 4-8-32. 8.5 minutes gone in the last quarter. Romsey now have to really make sure that Wallan don't run away with this.
They've made it hard for themselves now. Two 50s are equal goals. That's 12 points there.
Yeah, and just that's poor discipline. Yeah. And it's been an issue with Romsey's faced all season so far.
Romsey need to keep with them now because Wallan are sort of trying to push away here.
Brinkhouse back in the ruck. Ball comes down to Gilchrist. He's tackled immediately by Raymond. Locken sends the ball forward. It's bounced up into Burkett's hands. Misses Brinkhouse. Runs away there by Wallan is heading forward. Can't quite gather that there is Josh Smiley. Sent forward there by Bowden. Out in front of Krinko, and the ball run out in that right forward pocket for Romsey.
Important spoil there. Romsey don't want Wallan to get the next goal. Wallan have it deep in there, forward 50. Umpire's going to throw it in.
Well, the big ruckman's having a rest, Bryza.
3.5 quarters.
He has earned that
deserved this rest.
The ball has been spat back out through the contest. Big kick, dangerous kick. Love with the good contest. Ball comes to the back. Purcell just keeps running all day. Big tackle by Braden Byrne. That's a huge tackle. There's been no love log between Braden Byrne and Corey Purcell today.
They've been going all day, and just no one's taking a backward step, which is great to see.
So umpire Mousey throws the ball up. Brinkhouse is in the ruck versus Byrne, who went up for Wallan. The ball just went straight down the ground. It's just a rolling maul here.
Umpire's coming in for another throw in. Another ball up, sorry. Numbers around the footy.
Something we've said a lot today. Ball goes up. One down by Wallan. Smothered off Laley's boot. Ball comes out. And that's wrapped up. Vianney's wrapped up. Kinnear goes in there. Kinnear and Patterson. Patterson leaves it behind. Picked up by Vianney. Handballs over the top. Wrapped up on a big tackle is Patrick Bakari by Jackson Kinnear and Jack Jedwab.
Just looking now, I'm not sure you can pick it up on the screen, but Wallan do have numbers back. They've got the loose man, the captain, organising their back line is going to be very difficult for Romsey.
So Brinkhouse with a long run up, wins the tap out down, but it's sharked by Boyle. He turns the ball over, comes out by Raymond on the left boot. Purcell versus Byrne. Byrne with the spoil, comes back to Purcell, out to Burkett. Burkett kicks it high. Hoy stumbled, but he managed to gather his footings, taking it on the chest. 35 out straight in front.
They worked that well, Romsey, because Wallan did have numbers back. As I said, they had the loose man. They've avoided him. They had the contest there and the quick ball into Hoy, who's got a set shot.
Yeah, look, we've mentioned today that Matty Burkett hasn't had his best day, but he still managed there to keep fighting, and he somehow influenced the game with that kick forward. So in comes Hoy, looking for his second.
Yep.
30 out straight in front. Oh, he's kicked off the inside. His step hasn't made the distance, is it not? No, it does not. Sherman's got the ball, kicked it over his head. The coach has kicked his second for the day.
Romsey needed that.
Yeah, great front and centre work. Can see why he played AFL. Yeah, he's a very, very smart footballer, Justin Sherman there.
Not sure what happened with Hoy's kick there. Didn't make the distance.
It almost missed his foot, I thought. So that's Romsey now trailing 5-8-38 to Wallan 9-6-60.
So we're at the 12-minute mark of the final quarter. Romsey needed that one if they're to get back into this game. They need to find another quick one.
Yeah, and look, there wasn't even a lot of people that got around Sherman after that there. I would have thought that would have given a bit of emotion, but it hasn't yet. So let's see if they can keep it going now.
They need to find that spark, don't they, Romsey?
So is Hayden Gill in the ruck now? I think it looks like Gill. Gill versus Brinkhouse. Brinkhouse wins it down, goes to Morris, who handballs the ball out. Immediately wrapped up was Bakari. Goes back to Morris, handballs back to Love. Love kicks it out wide. Is that on the full?
Yeah, on the full.
It is.
Sent it very wide there. So Romsey will have the kick. Just collects the ball from the crowd there. They try the switch. Send it inboard.
Kinnear goes around for the wraparound from Khalil. It's gone running hard out for Purcell on the outer wing. Purcell takes it and off he goes. Purcell with the short chipping ball looking for Dean Walsh. Oh, the skipper, Michael Maddox with a great spoil.
Important fist in there.
Dean Walsh had to keep going at that ball. He slowed up and that just allowed Maddox back into the contest. So
maybe underestimated the captain, Michael, there. Umpire will throw it in. Sideshow Bob brings it in.
One down by Gill to Boyle, slams that on the boot quickly. Punch from behind Kinnear. The ball goes to the ground. Jumps on top is Vianney. Shovels the ball out somehow. Comes to Raymond. Raymond with quick hands to Petroro. Backs to Kinnear. Throws his head over the ball. It's a big tackle by Vianney.
That one was a little bit high. Kinnear sends it forward for Romsey. Send it to a sliding mark there by Ryan. He sent it wide. Wallan go forward. Cox has the football. Sends it forward to Sidham. Runs onto it. Romsey get there first and it's bundled out for another throw in.
Great pressure there by Tassari. Just kept running after there. And it's late in the game. His legs would be sore, but he just kept going there, Tassari. So well done, Nath.
Just repeating a 22-point lead to Wallan 14 minutes into the last quarter. So Ball's in Wallan's forward. Probably about the 50-metre mark.
Yeah, well, umpire boomerang, so this could end up straight up in the air. Look at it go. Brinkhouse versus Gill. Ball comes down, slapped around. They're all just trying to slap it rather than take possession. Great tackle there by Burkett, but he's been paid holding the man. So Sidham's going to have it deep in the forward pocket. Sidham, Thank you for wearing the arm sleeve. Nice to call your name. Nice and easy.
Important kick this. This is a license, pretty much.
Yeah. Look, it's a bloody difficult kick. If he's going to kick this, he deserves this. This is a very, very hard shot at goal.
This time of the game, wet weather, football, the ball will be heavy.
Legs will be heavy too. In comes Sidham on a slow approach. Gets on the trot now. Sends the ball to goalward. He's nailed it too. Matthew Perry straight away. Great goal there from Angelos Sidham. So that takes them to 10-6, 66, leading Wallan, leading Romsey 5-8, 38, 15 and a quarter minutes gone in the last quarter. Hate to say it, Brian, but I think it's all over.
That was a really good kick for goal. This time of the game, 14-minute mark of the last quarter, on that angle, in these conditions, was a fantastic kick for goal.
And he was confident at the start. He didn't even look to pass once. He thought, I've got this, and he backed his skill in.
The big fella's back in the ruck, Roberts.
He gets 2-minute rest, that's enough.
Yep. Back in the contest, umpire will throw it up. Brinkhouse with the contest with Roberts was pretty even there. Ball's hit the ground. Wallan grabbed the football, tackled by Romsey. Umpire says, I'll have it. Mason Bowden there. Roberts against Brinkhouse again.
Darcy Locker's great pick-up with a wet ball. Handball's out fine, finds Wilson. Trying to go to Khalil. Khalil drops at sitter. Now he's invited to trouble, but he's managed to spin it over there. Goes backwards. Kinnear with a rush kick. Mannix, the captain, big spoil. Ball comes to down. Jed Wobbly lays a big tackle there. Out to Dean Walsh. Walsh has got some space now. Looking for Raymond over his head. Managed to get the front and centre. Big handball out to Burkett, who keeps running. Hits it in front of him. Out to Port, who's tackled well. Oh, Nathan Hoy could have laid him out there. There was pressure from Vianney. Great mark there by Gilchrist. Big call to play on. Petroro's tracking him down. Boy, it's a terrible handball. Lukey Newton goes in, handballs out towards Story. Here's his spot, picked up by Raymond. He's dubbed well by Sean Morris. Comes out the back, picked up by big Riley Evans. His ball's chipped forward. Valinskas picks it up just inside the boundary line. Kinnear, handballs backwards. Josh Smiley with an inside-out barrel mung has just managed to gain 50 metres.
Ball's trickled out. I think both teams want to take a breath here because it's game on at the moment.
I know I need to take a breath, Brian, so it's all over to you now, mate.
Umpires throw it in. The boys are spent out there. The contest has been hard. It's been fierce. Roberts against Brinkhouse in the ruck. Ball's thrown in. Roberts gets into position. Brinkhouse over the top, gets the fist. Raymond was there. Wallan have got the football, tackled by Romsey. Romsey managed to grab the football, send it forward. Hoy's on the lead. Great mark. Great kick too.
Another great kick. Another great kick there by Burkhead. Oh, Hoy, why have you played on, son? Snapped around, but that's a poor decision there by Hoy. And did he mark that or did he juggle over the line?
Mark is taken by Love there in the back pocket. Umpire sent him around the goal, a behind post. He brings it forward. I think he's found the captain there. No, sorry, that's Vianney. Keeping's off, chipping it around, controlling the football at the moment. Wallan in their back 50.
Your man Morris now chips it over, finds his teammate. They're just inching their way out of the defensive 50. They know they have the lead here. They don't have to win the game. They're saving the game. Oh, he hits the deck, affects the kick. It's a boot off the ground there. The contest is all, it's all Wallan. Look, Vianney gets his head ripped off there by Angus Story.
Unfortunate, I think, the big man there, but just a little bit clumsy.
Yeah.
Just caught him high.
Yeah. Vianney's hurt that.
Umpire said, come back, mate. Retake the kick.
Yeah, so he'd be just inside the back of the defensive 50 for Wallan. Chips it over the look for Morris. Doesn't quite hit the target. Goes through. Jack Jedwab swoops on the ground. Great pick up in the wet ball. Kicks up. Chips it. Chiseling ball to Nathan Hoy. Bounces off his chest. Kicks it out. Comes to Raymond. Manages to get a kick to it and finds the coach. Sherman kicks his third.
They moved it quickly there, and I think they need to with the amount of time that's left. We've probably only got a few more minutes left. So Sherman with his third.
Yeah, so that's 6-8, 48 to Romsey. 6-6, 44 to Romsey, trailing Wallan 10-6, 66.
22-point lead. Probably coming up to the Bendigo Bank scoreboard shows there's 20 minutes gone of the quarter. They've kept going, Romsey, haven't they?
Yeah.
Wallan have been good today.
The rotated numbers. Look at you got Matty Burkett, Nath Raymond here, absolutely sucking in the huge ones. Been contested all day. Great contest, but Wallan's just been a bit too strong when it's counted, haven't they?
Their work rate has been really good today, Wallan.
Brinkhouse wins the tap out down, goes out towards the Boyle. He just chips the ball off his shin, and they'll be wrapped up immediately by Jack Jedwab. Back outside the centre circle, so we'll repeat the stoppage.
Can't believe the minutes Jordan Roberts gets.
Umpire throws Roberts with a big hoof with his left hand out of the pack. Ball gets sent forward from Wallan, and it's bounced off Gill's head.
Falcon.
That's a falcon and a half with a wet ball. He didn't like it
felt
either.
That. He's just getting to his feet now.
Surely someone gets him a beer after this game. He's earned that. That was a huge falcon. And the bottom of the pack is Jack Jedwab again. You can see he's starting to struggle now, Jack, to try to get up off the ground.
Some heavy legs out there now, Tone.
Yeah, so the ball will be thrown up right on 50 for Wallan. Roberts sends the tap out down, looking for Morris, doesn't quite get to him. At the back is Purtell. Handballs the ball forward to Jedwab. He's trying to handball again to Walsh and missed the target. Ball will be out of bounds on the left forward flank for Wallan.
Just been running my over Roberts the last probably 30 seconds. He looks like he can go another quarter, mate.
Right, I don't know how he's doing it because he
he's a machine.
Aesthetically, he doesn't look fit, but he's obviously very, very,
Definitely
very fit.
got a good engine.
Yeah. So Brinkhouse wins that tap out down. To the front of the pack is Petro trying to travel along, trying to keep it in. Manny's two. Jams on that left boot. Ball travels forward. Patterson at the back for Romsey. He can't quite gather it. Picked up there by Cox for Wallan. Ball goes to ground. Riley Evans is in there as well.
Romsey can't get that out. No, umpires have another throw up.
Right on the point of the centre square for Romsey's end. Roberts wins that with a big tap out to Boyle. Ball goes down, he gets it off the shin. Petro goes to the ball, kicks it in, finds Lukey Newnham in the middle of the ground. He falls over, chips it out wider again, finds Khalil in plenty of space. Khalil wants to go back. He's got options short. Nah, didn't want to Haas, goes back in board. Sends an absolute worm burner. Hoy can't pick that one up either. Handballed out there. Wallan's picked the ball up.
Roberts has got a high free kick there.
That's a poor attempt there from Angus Story. He tackled the biggest guy on the ground by the head.
And he just put his head over the footy.
Straight next to him to Longbourn, who jams it forward. Gill takes the mark inside, set a circle.
Found the loose man wide.
Let me guess, it's Morris. It is too.
It is Morris.
He's picked it up. I would have thought play on there. He has. He's chipped it in. Gone for Perry. Good spoil there by Tassari. Picked up by Purtell. Kicks it high in the air. Adam Patterson's going for the mark and he gets it back. Oh, yeah. Ball didn't like that. Patterson hits him in the ground. It finds him out wide. Goes through. Goes through Wilson. Picked up by Walsh. Goes back to Wilson. His kick finds DePetro in the left forward pocket. Looks like he's going to go back and have a shot.
Now the sun's back out, Tony. DePetro, not sure. How's he going for goal?
He's a good inside mid. I haven't seen him kick many goals, but
there's an opportunity for him to get his name on the score sheet. Deep into the last quarter, 23-minute mark.
Yeah, it can't be long to go now.
Jogs in, he sends it on his way.
Absolute shank. And the ball's gone out in the left forward pocket. That ball has spun every which way except the correct way. That's horrific. So, here we go. Sideshow's got us.
Bob.
Come on, Sideshow. Give us the last big one for the day. You've earned the beer tonight, mate. Sideshow comes in. Big heave. Hoy versus Roberts. Hoy wins it down. Goes through the pack. Oh, that's a high tackle to Wallan, I would have thought. Yeah. Jack Jedwab too eager there. Who's on the bottom of the pack? Just waiting for him to turn around. Can't quite see who it is. He's definitely earned the free kick though. It was a big tackle.
It was a high tackle.
Yeah.
He's going to send it wide.
Kicks it up high. It's for the outer wing looking for Gill, but it's all Romsey there. Oh, Boyle, great front and centre. Sends it over the top. Over to Laley. Laley's got as much as he wants. Kicks it deep. It's all kind of hits Romsey straight in the chest here. Last player in the back of the line was... Handball goes back to Braden Smiley. Chips the ball over. Finds Brinkhouse. Brinkhouse on the half-back flank. Brinkhouse has got Jedwab if he wants him. Doesn't see him. Still got him if he wants him.
Wide.
Oh, it's a poor kick and Boyle. Great mark diving. It's a slips catch. Ball sends it back inside and finds Perry right on the 50. He's going to have a set shot, the key forward.
Yeah, he's gone missing the last probably quarter and a bit. Yeah, he's got an opportunity now. He's got his hands on the footy to get his second.
Kicked that first one off the ground out of nowhere in the first quarter, but hasn't really been sighted since.
In fairness, that third quarter, the ball wasn't down there much. But now he's got an opportunity.
This could be one of the last kicks of the game. We're almost at 25-minute mark here.
Siren's gone.
In comes Perry. He sends
put
it on his way
way
and claps it all the way through. So Matt Perry's kicked his second for the day. So that's 11-6-72 Wallan defeating Romsey 6-8-44. Well, Marcus, that was a great contest there.
It was tight for what's that? 28 points in the end. Probably
sort
about
of flat,
right.
it sort of flatters Wallan a little bit. I would have thought it was more to a three-goal win, but yeah, in the first quarter when they made the most of it, kicking against the wind, that's what it was all about there.
Yeah, they set it up in the first half. Romsey tried to get back into the game in that third quarter. But Wallan stuck to their guns, and they just knew they had that scoring end in the last quarter, and it just brought the game home.
All right, Brian, do you want to run through the goal kickers for each team?
Hayden Gill for Wallan kicked 3 goals. Matthew Perry kicked the 2 goals. And Krinko for 1, Vianney 1, Laley 1, Mannix from the back line, the captain, got his name on the score sheet for 1, and Sidham 1, and Stephen Boyle 1 also. And for Romsey, Sherman 3 goals, Lockins 1, Purcell 1, and Nathan Hoy got the 1 as well.
So if you were to run through your best today, Brian, who would you be giving your best through for Wallan?
For Wallan, I'd say Morris was really, really good. Gill was handy. He presented all day. But Jordan Roberts, for me, he's a machine. He kept going, big frame. He just made Romsey work for it in the middle, and he just put Wallan on the front foot from the get-go, and just provided everything that they needed.
Yeah, I would have said those 3 too. They were probably the most consistent. You know, Boyle was good, but he was in and out of the game. He wasn't every single quarter. Whereas I reckon we would have called Morris every 2-3 minutes. I reckon he was at least somewhere near the ball. For Romsey, who was your best for Romsey?
I definitely think Raymond had a good game. I believe Brinkhouse was important when he went into the ruck. Purcell came into the game. It's hard for Romsey. I don't think there was any real standouts. I was trying to mainly focus on Wallan today, because just see how they went about things. What do you reckon for the Romsey Redbacks?
Look, I would have said for best for me, I would have given it to Kane Brinkhouse. I thought he was great in the first half as the key back. You know, Perry kicked that one that was off the ground in the middle of nowhere, but other than that, he kept him absolutely quiet. Then he goes into the ruck, which I've never seen him play ruck before. And look, he might not have won as many, but he gave a great contest against Geordie Roberts.
Held his own, didn't he?
Great around the ground as well. He was trying to get the second receive. So for me, I gave Brinkhouse the 3. I gave Raymond the 2. My 1, look, it could go to a lot of players, but I'm going to give it to Jackson Kinnear. Had a lot to do down there in the back line. Probably wasn't his most skilled game, but he just had a lot to do, and he just kept repelling the ball as much as he could. So thanks for today, Brian. Hope you really enjoyed it, mate. It's great to have you on.
Thanks so much for having me. It was great.
Yeah. Thanks, Wallan. Thanks for having us here. Thanks, Red Onion. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you next week. Cheers.
Thanks, guys.